Hello everyone and welcome to Prestige Encounters. I am your Dungeon Master Stalkos and this is a D&D campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. We have a great session in store for you tonight, but before we get into all of that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com. You can also find their music on Spotify, watch your music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. Use the command !midnight in chat for a direct link to their website. Fantastic people, really great. Made the official D&D soundtrack, so you might already know about them. We also utilize Arkenforge. Arkenforge is a comprehensive tool for dungeon masters and game masters alike to bring a little bit more immersion into their games. It has a cartography tool for map making that also has live and animated elements to it. We also have ambient sounds, sound effects, and playlists on there as well. The software is a one-time fee of $35, but you can get $5 off if you use the code Prestige at checkout. Wow, that's like 1/7 off, everybody.
Yeah, it's like we're paying you $5 to download this thing, to get this thing.
Yeah.
And it's a one-time fee, which is actually pretty good considering how much you might spend on subscriptions.
Right. Subscriptions really start to add up. So like having one-time fees, like imagine if you had one-time fee to like a video streaming service and you just had it.
Right.
The rest of your life.
That's a fantasy, okay? Let's not live a fantasy. Let's play D&D instead.
Let's go ahead and bring in everybody else. Hello, everybody else.
Hello.
Are you here for your teeth?
You might see that Jeremiah's here. Jeremiah might be showing up later on in the campaign as Aspen 2.0.
Oh my.
Resurrected.
Mecha Aspen.
Don't cheat.
Mecha Aspen. The bionic Aspen. But he will be taking over Ash's character, who will not be joining us for the first half of the session tonight. But you might notice that there are some really great character portraits here. All of the line art here has been done by Jeremiah himself, with the coloring done by Starving Artists. You can commission both of these artists by going into our Discord and messaging them and asking them, hey, I want to make a character, but don't expect them to do it for free because that's really disrespectful. They'll pay their prices, which are very fair because we're super talented. The Discord link is in chat for you as well, or pgc.gg/discord if you're listening to us a week from now on our podcast network or on YouTube.
Ooh.
Okay. And you might notice that if you use the code, the !energy in chat, you'll get some information about Rogue Energy. And here to tell you about Rogue Energy and their awesome shakers and everything is Jeremiah himself. And the second. We'll come back to that. So
Jeremiah is so
I'm back.
Rogue Energy.
okay.
All right.
He's already in the bottle.
He had to prepare himself for this amazing announcement he has.
All right. So Rogue Energy, I don't have the shaker with me because I already finished my cup of Rogue Energy and it's in the sink right now.
We have it.
But everybody else has their Rogue Energy cups. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
So Rogue Energy is a great company that brings us great drinks that we can use to energize ourselves or hydrate ourselves through their energy line or their hydration line. And they have a bunch of great flavors to choose from. Like my personal favorite, blue raspberry. They have sour candy, black cherry, blood orange,
and came out with a new flavor too.
Yeah,
Tiger
which
blood.
one was it?
Ooh.
Tiger blood.
Yeah.
Tiger blood.
I'm not wrong. That's like
So
coconut
Kesley
and
takes that
strawberry.
personally.
It's strawberry, watermelon, and coconut.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Ooh.
also, a quick announcement for Rogue Energy: their trial stacks are back, so you can sample every Rogue flavor available,
And get a stack of that.
which includes rainbow candy and strawberry bubblegum, which are some very interesting sounding flavors that I would like to try myself. But yeah, you can use Rogue Energy for an array of things. Prep yourself for some gaming, pre-workout, maybe just, drinking something to cool yourself down after a hot day. And yeah, you could use code Prestige at checkout for 10% off, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's been a minute.
Speaking of energy, we also have Found Familiar Coffee. Found Familiar Coffee is a small business located here in America that makes coffee roasts based off of D&D concepts. So, for example, if you like espresso, they have the regular null espresso. They also have the False Life, which is their non-caffeinated blend. They have single origin beans and blends that can be bought whole bean or pre-ground if you don't have a grinder at home.
We just ran out of our face step. I feel so sad. I hate how good this coffee is because I want more.
It's so freaking good. I
Your
love
face
it.
step
I
just
love regular
disappeared.
Knoll. I drink regular Knoll. Most mornings, a little bit less because, you know, exercise lately. And I can't drink my coffee black, so I'm screwed. So there's that. But it's truly wonderful. Use the code !coffee in chat and use the code prestige at checkout for 10% off. Foundfamiliar.com/prestige encounters. You also might notice we are sponsored by Mech Arena for the next 36 hours. If you use the code !Mecha in the chat, you will get a link to download the game. This game can be played on mobile or PC, and as long as you're a new player with a new account, you will support the stream. Right now we have 8 people out of our 20-person goal to do so, and if you are in our Discord by supporting the stream through this sponsorship, you will earn bones, which is our reward system to trade in for real rewards like dice sets, merch, gift cards to Steam, etc. So it's fantastic. It's a really fun game. I love it so much so I've played it a lot on my PC here. But it's a really fun game. You're like in robots and you can choose like what type of weapons you have on the side of the robots, and then you shoot each other and do control points, and it's free. Cool. It's a free game.
It's
and amazing paint jobs too you can earn.
Yeah.
Legit, actually fun. Like, not saying this because it's a sponsor. It's just good.
It's a good game. We would never get you to play something that we don't like ourselves, but this is a really good one. So thank you so much, Mech Arena, for sponsoring today's stream, and we love your game. Thank you. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yes, the Trevor Project and dice. Yes. But we'll get to the Trevor Project first.
Trevor Project is way more important.
Yes, absolutely. So as we put onto our TikTok account, there are a number of state legislatures and federal legislatures that are trying to pass bills, and many have already passed bills targeting LGBT people, so there's drag queens and trans kids, trans youth, and transgender people in general. Normally we do a charity during the month of June, which is Pride Month, but we decided with all of these attacks, with more bills being introduced this year targeting LGBT people than have been in the past several years combined, we need to do something now instead of waiting for the proper month to do so. So from now until the end of June, we are raising money for the Trevor Project with the goal of $1,000, which we thought would be reasonable for, it's actually a pretty big goal for the community that we are. We know that. But still, if we can get as close to that goal and over it as possible, that would be fantastic. So just by you being in our Twitch stream, we really appreciate your support and getting our name out there. That way we can help raise money for this great cause. In the bottom right-hand corner of our video feed, you'll see a purple button where our typical subscription button would be that says donate to charity. It goes directly to the charity. So, you know, you aren't giving it to a third party to that is then given to the charity. However, we do have a number of items on our merch store that represent the various flags of pride groups, bisexual flag, transgender flag, etc. And also our Lich Please shirt on our merch store at pgc.gg, merch.pgc.gg, that all of the proceeds for those items, which you can get stickers, hoodies, t-shirts, are also going to the Trevor Project. So, you know, get some really cool merch for Pride Month or just to wear in general. We can't, a lot of us don't live in the states that are trying to introduce this bill, so we can't put our voice in through vote, but we can definitely put our money where our thoughts are, and our thoughts are with all the trans kid and LGBT people in those areas. So there's that. Also, for every natural one that we roll, for a total of 5 from a D20 that we are using in the campaign, we are giving out a set of dice to USA and Canada only, excluding Quebec. That was a lot. In one breath. Not one breath, but but yeah. So
Yeah, breathe.
yes, I need to breathe. Okay, so everybody, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table, and we are now beginning session 35 of Prestige Encounters. I didn't ask this question earlier, but someone do the summary today?
It's me.
It's a me.
And here to tell us what is happening, what has happened last session is our very own Cormac McDwyer.
All right. Where did it begin in this? What felt like weeks at a time. It was just all within a day or two. We lost our buddy Aspen right at the end of the fight. And that was already hard enough to deal with. But as we made it finally to the city, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the sights, the sounds, the smell of the smoke, the screaming of people, the collapsing of buildings. It just reminded me too much of that awful day. But, of course, I didn't want to worry anyone, so we had much bigger things to worry about. We managed to locate Archmage Amelia, though being vitally wounded. She also appears to have lost her powers. We don't know how, we don't know why, but we can only hope for a quick recovery for her. We did manage, though, to continue on with our journey, despite having lost a friend and losing the help of one of our greatest allies. Before we continued our journey, of course, we were able to get our weapons back. Those of us who had them either repaired or upgraded, as myself. We learned more about this awful coven that's been plaguing us up until this point. And we were able to get to Oshtolmut. Little worse for wear, but we still made it, so I guess we just have to keep pressing on then. That's all you can do.
So, upon arriving to Oshtolmut, you guys learned that there is some strange power at work throughout this desert city. Your food in your bags has gone rotten. Your canteens have dried up. The fountain within the city has also dried up. These people are starving and thirsting. You were attacked by a swarm of giant locusts, where you guys ran down an alley and into a home of a mother and son. Before you could bolt up the windows and close the door, some of the locusts broke through, and many of you are severely hurt. Zulkifli being the only one to make his dex save, I believe, from the locusts. Astra has been healed and done a little bit of healing herself. But now it is the middle of the afternoon, and you are huddled inside of this house with the occasional buzzing of locusts as they go by. What would you like to do?
What is the condition on the party? I look to everyone. Everyone is awake. Cormac first. I'll check Cormac first.
Everybody
Okay,
is conscious.
Yeah.
It was big insect. Okay, we are here at Oshtolmut, but the big insects beaten you. That's why you don't remember any of this. Okay. Pat him on the head. You'll remember soon. Okay. Checking Nazmir. Cairo. Cormac. Casimir. Okay.
Maybe Zokifli, we all were still safe. Do a quick rest. Patch our wounds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listening to the outside, it still sounds like it's going strong. A lot of buzzing.
Occasional, but it's getting quieter as you wait longer.
1 hour.
Yeah. I think that's our best option here.
Mm.
It's a shame those would have also potentially fixed the food problem here. They look quite large.
If they're safe to eat, didn't they look a little demonic, a little otherworldly?
I'm sorry, I don't think that's going to make me any more demonic looking.
Well,
You know how you cook a demon out, right?
Mm.
You just burn the hell out of it.
Always a time for jokes.
Bad.
Right.
Oh,
Grabs the
was
sides.
that one of your kidneys?
Probably. It's real unfortunate.
Is the hostess around somewhere?
It's not a large home. It's like a single, like a studio home. So,
Okay.
but yeah, she is home. She introduces herself as Renpei Nora. And her son is Horihrim.
Excuse me, miss. First of all, thank you for your hospitality. I was just wondering, if you absolutely had to leave, have you figured out any way to avoid those insects?
They come and go. Typically, you can hear them, but since you all seem to be from away from here, you didn't know what to do when they arrived. But they're not the biggest threat in the city.
There's worse things.
At night, the acolytes will come into the town and take people at random and take them to the pyramid. We don't see them again.
So people are just randomly taken into the pyramid, never seen again. Kind of looks at the group.
Acolytes? Yeah, monsters?
They used to be priests that tended to the Sphinx that rules over the city, but since Nadaket has became the leader of the acolytes, everything got dark quickly.
Not a cat.
Close enough.
I'm getting the strangest sense of deja vu right now.
So,
Well,
Well, I mean, the way I see it, if these acolytes are coming in to take people, why don't we just sit around and wait for them to come, and then we ambush them?
Maybe one of us could be bait. You say they take people at randomly?
well, let's send somebody quick. Who might be able to slink away and hit really fast.
I mean, the way I see it, right? Or, right? Because you have to think like a criminal, right? They're not gonna just take a nice, muscular, brawny man off the streets just because, that might be difficult. So, no, we should get like a grandma or something, because that's an easier target for them.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
you-
Where's this
and-
muscular, brawny man you were referring to?
Oh, no, it's just an example.
Casimir.
Oh. We're talking about hypotheticals here, Casimir.
I'll turn to the mother. We are here because we want to find the Sphinx. And we think the Sphinx is inside this pyramid. Do you know this Sphinx?
I've never had an audience, but
But you know there is something there. A Sphinx creature.
yes, we all know that's the one who rolled over us.
But it is gone? Disappeared?
We don't know. We
Inside the pyramid, yeah?
that's where you said, but we haven't heard. It's only the acolytes that speak for him now.
Ah, so these acolytes, they are working for the Sphinx, or they say they are. They are.
That's right.
But they are working for not a cat. You said.
No. I mean, I presume that this place has been cursed by the gods at this point. Who knows what sacrilege they're committing in the pyramid.
Okay. Okay, so Kaido, he has a plan already. Good plan. Huh?
Yeah. So, one adjustment.
What?
One person acts as bait. We take the acolytes, knock them out, dress ourselves as the acolytes,
Okay.
and have us be escorted in by ourselves.
Who's going to escort us?
Well, whoever is dressed as the acolytes, I presume that they'll be a relatively controllable party. So, those who look the most normal of the group of us, which unfortunately is not me, because I don't look normal anywhere.
We don't know. Okay, you say they so go in and dress like them, and then we go inside the pyramid.
Yes, the old fake prisoner gambit. It's an infiltration tactic I've seen used before.
Okay, but Nanti, they will ask for what? Password? Or
Yeah, Hydro has the password. Pop.
Perhaps we can interrogate
Yeah,
the
I mean,
ones that we surprise.
maybe we can follow them. I can.
I mean, most of the successful plans end up with us killing someone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've definitely taken out guards before. I'm sure we can do it again.
Yeah, I say we're not murderers.
Okay. First, we want to know how do they go
Just a friendly
inside?
reminder.
Yeah.
Astra did murder Cookie, last session. Did you
Yeah.
guys forgot?
What's
I
that?
think that was
Astra was what?
ironic. She murdered Cookie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We had our moment.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
maybe
I-
inside, maybe the acolytes when they show they are all old cat people, and then Astra also she will kill them.
But they say they're not a cat.
I think you misheard her. Although I
I'm
find
sure.
it
I'm sure.
humor.
Sorry. Everyone keeps saying not a cat. It's stuck in my head. Not a cat. Right.
Okay, so
Cat.
plan. Plan is what we try to catch one of the acolytes.
Or enough of them.
Okay, first, maybe we can wait for the insects to stop, and after we go to the pyramid and we see what we see, see what entrance there is, and then after we can decide.
And
Go
then
check out the entrance first. Is that?
Yeah, we wait 1 hour, resting for now, and then
Yeah, that would help.
We see the streets.
Gather intel about how they move around, what the entrance looks like.
Well,
Yeah,
Okay.
Maybe we could offer them water in exchange for an audience.
Oh,
What do you think, Astra?
that's just very quiet. Okay.
Yeah. You're processing your murder, right?
We'll just clutch
That's a
the
really
decanter
fast-
to her chest.
What was that?
I have a little something I'd like to say in regards to the plan, right? So, They definitely move in a group, so we should expect a few of them. You know, because kidnappings are very easy when you have multiple people. One person, not so much. I would know. And then they have masks. Great, because the normal uniform would be very concealing then. That'd make it a lot easier to stick around as them. We should kill all but one, in my opinion, because
We should
if we
put
kidnap
all
a
but
bunch
one
of them,
asleep. Looks at the child. We'll put them to
permanent
sleep.
sleep,
Yeah, to a nap.
and then
Gentle nap.
gentle permanent nap that you never wake up from. And then so because we have all of them kidnapped alive, it's harder to deal with because they can all revolt at once, and then we can deal with whatever is currently in the situation, and then a bunch of acolytes at the same time.
I can also magically make myself look like other people. I don't think I've ever actually used that in front of you, but yeah, there's
That
that.
would be helpful.
Excuse me, sister. I say to the mother, sister. The people here, the rulers, gods, whoever. Do you think they will attack us if we go outside? Because we are all newcomers to the city.
I'm not sure. I don't think anybody who's not desperate or good would harm you. You may take your short rest, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Hooray!
Okay.
Does Astra have something that affects that, Jeremiah?
Short rests? I don't believe so.
Okay, cool. So Kifley heals. Whole bunch of hit points.
Which I can go ahead and say the new update. By the way, we updated the animation for healing on the health bars, and now glows
Ooh,
gold when you heal.
There
so
it
shapes.
is.
There it is.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Look
It's
at
so
that.
fancy. I just saw it.
I programmed
Nice.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yep, so Kifley will pluck fretfully at his loot. Try his best to focus on his energies. Regain them. And at the end of the rest, I think we will exit the house if we can. And thank the mother profusely and give her a lot of water to fill a jug.
Okay.
Enough to fill a few jugs, whatever it is she needs.
It's not on.
So at this point, it's late afternoon. It is not dark yet. The sun is going to be setting soon. The buzzing of the locust has faded. And if you so wish to try, and you do notice that the water that was kept that's in the decanter of endless water is good. It came from a magic item. So, are you guys stepping out into the street?
We are, if it's safe.
Okay, and
If I don't hear any
make a
insects buzzing.
perception check with advantage because
Okay.
it's based on hearing.
Thank you. Coming up. 24, sir.
You don't hear any buzzing in your immediate area.
Okay, safe. Come. Okay, so we head outside, and I think we're gonna try to go in the direction of the pyramid if we can.
Okay, and how do you
Trying
move?
to get it. My preference is stealthily.
Clank, clank.
Carefully, as I should say, cautiously, on the lookout for any dangers, but also on the lookout for strange guards, figures, and cloaks, anything that might be suspicious, but also in charge somewhere.
So are we all moving?
And I will restore
Stealthily?
balance, Casimir, on your stealth. So
Okay.
you roll
Can I get stealth
straight.
rolls?
Don't roll at disadvantage. Let's see how that goes.
Oh gosh,
Don't be.
Well,
that's no good. 11.
If I use my reaction, Casimir, it's a straight roll for you.
Okay, it's 13 if it's a straight roll, which is a lot better.
Astra
Uh-oh.
gets
Well,
a natural 1.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So we
I
have
got-
an 11. We have a natural 1, a 7.
Or just pass without trace when you need it.
Where
Yeah.
I wait on Kydro and Cormac stealth, the two stealthier people in the party.
Indeed.
Just had to save the
Yeah,
best
so-
for last, honestly. I mean, look at that natural one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Starting off
We're
strong,
get-
we might be
Oh,
giving out
man.
some dice today, everybody. 13 for Casimir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll
Cormac?
for
Wow.
Cormac. Can someone tell me his modifier, please? That's a natural 20.
Oh sweet.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a +7.
So 27.
27.
Okay, so you guys start to move out into the street. And can I get a perception check by whoever's taking the lead?
I'll take the lead if you like.
Sure.
I'll be listening, smelling for danger. And that's a natural 20, 25.
Okay. So it's very quiet, except for the occasional sound of the wind from the desert blowing into this town. The streets are very narrow where you are right now. The buildings are very close together, kind of made of this mixture of sandstone and this like white stone. The city is quite beautiful. There are tapestries of various colors that you could tell were once vibrant that are now tattered and kind of eaten almost as if they've been swarmed by moths, but you can guess it's the locusts that have caused this destruction. Plants and fountains litter the town, except now they are dry and rotten. There are no barking dogs, no sounds of animals or trade. It's quite eerie. You guys come to a intersection of 4 roads. The area is the shape of an octagon, and it seems to be some sort of once communal area. It's at this point, Zulkifli, you begin to hear the sound of buzzing once more. As
From which direction?
both Astra and Kydro trip over each other and knock over a pile of clay pots. They're coming from the 3 directions around you and behind you. This- What do you do?
From the clay pots, you said?
From all 4 directions.
So the locusts are already like going towards us, right?
Mm-hmm.
How close are we?
Look for cover real quick. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for a place to take cover.
Okay, go ahead and make an
where to
investigation
hide?
check.
Okay. 13.
13. You feel that the party might be able to hide behind this pile of crates that Kydro and
Okay.
Astra just knocked over.
Okay. Alright. Can do. So Kifley's going to just kind of. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. He's like, he pauses, he thinks about passing a blade over his shoulder, but he thinks better of it for now. Doesn't want to get the blood into the air yet. So instead he's lead the party behind the crates, see if we can kind of get out of sight, get out of the way.
Okay. So the party quickly goes over to this area and tries to hide their best. Can I get stealth checks from everybody once more?
Oh, boy.
As we duck down, I pull up my cloak of Elvicine.
Okay.
20.
So,
Alright.
23.
question- question for stealth:
Alright,
if I'm
it's-
not moving,
Ooh.
am I still at disadvantage?
I'll say no, because it's the movement from the armor that causes it.
Okay, that makes it
I
a
might
12.
be less lenient in the future, but for now I'll say no.
Okay.
Master rolled a nice 19. Ooh,
Nasmir got a natural
Nasmir.
20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
They don't cancel out on that one.
So
you
very
still are in the
quickly,
upper
as you got a natural 20 on the last stealth roll that I rolled for you, by the way. So don't forget to add that to your stats, Cormac.
Oh, okay.
So just as everybody dodges behind these pots and crates, the swarms of locusts burst in from all four directions, all four alleys into the central area, kind of like colliding with one another, creating this massive swarm that are just like buzzing over your heads as you guys are all like kind of ducked down. They begin to land on various places and just kind of following this hive mind like pattern. It's at this point you all see a shadow fall from the sky, and with a thunderous boom they come landing into the middle of this intersection. This wave of this thunderclap rings out and echoes into your ears, and all the locusts just kind of burst with this energy. Jeremiah, would you like to describe your new character, please?
What you see is this big, muscle-bound man holding a big axe in one hand that appears to be made of gray metal, but the sheen is not reflecting what's around him. Rather, it's reflecting an image of clouds constantly.
What?
He's wearing he's wearing a white kind of cape that wraps over one half of his chest, and a leather battle skirt with as well as leather sandals and golden bracers. He's brown in complexion with wine red hair, wearing a golden laurel wreath around his temple.
Whoa.
And in his other hand, he's holding a flagon of ale. As he looks up around him, and you see he has brilliantly golden irises.
Hercules.
Quick, Oran Shaitan!
Huh?
Kill!
Where am I?
Get down! They are bugs!
I'm fairly certain there's no more bugs, so carefully.
I think there's a lot of dead bugs on the ground.
Huh.
He goes and picks up his axe, and he has to kind of wedge it out of the ground. And with that, he kind of loses balance a little bit, and he just falls over.
Are you drunk?
Not the most graceful of people.
How did you come from the
He
sky?
is currently unconscious.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Love that. Hit a rock or something? The fuck happened?
he just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
fucking saw that.
Zul looks up at the sky for
That
more
was-
drunks.
Is it raining?
You don't see anything.
raining, man.
Master, do you want to pick this buffoon up magically? We heal him. I was gonna say, check to see if he needs healing. Casimir kind of walks over and kind of gives him a little nudge in the ribs with his boot.
Astro will make a medicine check, I suppose.
He's the healer.
She would be the one to
She rolled a 9.
Probably.
I mean, it's pretty easy to see, and like, I mean, you get the smell of alcohol off of him very strongly. There's no visible wounds though.
This guy sounds like a
Ooh.
party.
I forgot to describe one last detail, actually, speaking of wounds. You would have seen as he stood up, he is completely free of blemishes, except for one thick scar that goes entirely around his neck.
Ooh.
Mm.
So for now, you
Write
got
that
this
down, write that
unconscious
down.
man in the middle of this intersection. And he's still buzzing in the distance. What do y'all do?
All right. Casimir will start trying to lift him up.
Okay. try to drag him off to safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't leave
Um,
this.
So you kind of drag them
Which
in
way?
this other alley as you get closer to the thing, and you like set him down for a second. At this point, he begins to come to.
Hey,
All right.
hey.
I'm gonna look up at everybody. That got me. Who just slapped me?
Mm.
No,
Not me.
no one slapped you. It
No.
was the
You got
ground
it.
did. The ground just slapped you.
I would like to thank whoever slapped me.
Oh.
I slept you. What?
Thank you. Oh, hold on 1 second. He's gonna go sit up for a second from like the laying down position, and he's gonna pat his sides. He's gonna go, oh, shit. As there's nothing on his belt where he would normally keep his stuff.
What's wrong?
Where you come from?
Let me think. I was headed over back home from Belanos. Where am I right now?
Oshtolmut.
In the desert.
Okay. So I was on an airship.
Sorry, did you? Just we're gonna lead to this. Did you just fall from an airship?
Yes, I believe so.
I look up. Any sign of an airship anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Are you in need of medical attention, sir? That would kill most people.
7.
The sun's kind of glaring from its low angle. You can't quite see.
Usually, people falling out of an airship, they become very flat,
Pancake. They call them in some countries.
dead.
Yes.
Okay, so are you a dead man?
Oh, I'm not dead. He's like peeking into his flagon, sees that still half of the alcohol, like the meat is left in there. Like takes another swig. No, I'm completely fine.
Hey,
Completely.
what do you got in there?
It's meat.
Is the meat actually any good? Or is it sand now?
It's as you take a swig, you do get a mouthful of sand.
You're like, this is great meat. It
Sorry, this
appears
place,
I do not have any more mead.
this place seems to do
Fermented
that.
with sandwood.
You know, honestly, at this point, I would throw latrine water if you were a soldier to wake you up. But you know,
Yeah.
where
Let's-
where would you where were you heading? I suppose
I was headed from Belanos back home in the east.
Yes, you are in the east of Belanos.
East now.
Where is
To the the kingdom above the Nubes Mountains, Silnor.
Ah,
Okay. Oh, I lost, my friend. So what happened?
Well, I was doing my usual thing. I was livening the lives of the crew, helping them enjoy themselves while on board, feeding them meads, wines, brandies, rums, and then after that I kind of forgot what I was drinking. And then I realized I was falling, and then I saw a big cloud of stuff, and I was like, that doesn't look like it's supposed to be there, so I hit it with my axe here. And then I fell asleep.
So, you hit a cloud.
Yeah, I hit the cloud of what appears now to be bugs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when you fell, do you remember feeling hands on your back?
No.
Okay, so nobody pushed you. Well, we've got a measure of him at least. Sorry, did you just casually mention that you're from Sielnor?
I guess if this is a casual conversation, then yes, I mentioned it casually.
I have a question.
For me?
Yes.
Sure.
What's wrong with your clothes?
What do you mean?
They don't. There's not enough cloth.
Where you
I don't
closing?
need more.
No trousers.
I've never seen.
Oh, I mean, he lifts up his battle skirt, and there's like the equivalent of what would be close to like biker shorts.
I was hoping
I
for a
do.
leather jockstrap, but
No.
a lot of
No.
support.
a leather cod piece.
So he has something under his battle skirt.
Yeah, he does definitely have something.
It was, I mean, I'm covered enough. I have these bracers so I can deflect anything. I have this cape that billows in the wind. These sandals that keep my feet from touching any things that might poke them.
What's your name?
Oh, yeah, you asked that earlier. My name is Deon. Deon.
Dion.
Yes.
Day's over.
Zolkifli. Okay. You with the blue hair.
Hydro Wormfist.
A menacing fellow with the horns.
The Reaver.
The Reaver.
To my friends.
Casimir. Okay. Oh, I'll be your friend soon enough. I hope.
I am Nazmir.
Nazmir. He kind of looks down.
Hi.
For point
Very
of reference, he's not inhumanly tall. He's just very tall. He stands at about 6'8".
You are indwarfingly tall.
Nazmir, and then shady looking one with the pointy hat.
You have to clarify.
That's cool back there.
That'd be Cormac.
Silent type.
Yeah. He's very quiet
Sacrilegious.
until you give him a drink, and then he's very loud.
Well, I would, but
That's
you
fine.
know,
Yeah.
sand.
Doesn't really work here.
Yeah, sobriety
Then,
doesn't work for Cormac.
And this is
The
Astra.
This is
No, fine,
Astra.
guys. Why do you ask?
oh, okay.
Astra. She's, yeah, Filbo.
Yes. She's having a rough go, so just give her a moment.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So,
So far, we have met many different types of people. Many of them from other worlds. Maybe a god, someone from the moon. Also, dragons. So,
Dragons.
of course, we are suspicious.
Suspicious. Why?
I mean-
don't know.
did fall from the sky.
Yeah.
Did I explain myself?
Mm,
The what, but not the how. Sorry, Casimir kind of flexes his wings, which kind of have a space to the plate, and saying, I mean, if I wasn't wearing this bulky, mess of armor, I could survive that fall, but, I don't remember, do you have wings?
Oh, yes. You can't see any wings on his back.
Yeah.
Are they very small? Small.
No, they're just not there right now.
Oh.
Just-
Okay.
I have a better question.
Yes. I'm open
Your
to
axe.
all questions. My axe. What about it?
It's magic.
Oh yes, my axe is magic.
It's
What
a
does it do?
statement. Oh,
What does
there's
it
a
do?
question.
Well, in battle, when I hit something, I can make a big boom and it hurts a lot of things around me.
Pretty
Mhm.
cool.
I thought
I
you were going
wouldn't-
to ask.
I wouldn't personally use it.
Yeah.
Oh, to each their own.
I thought one of you was going to ask how he got wings that he doesn't have on his back, but
No, that's
Can
not
you,
concerning.
a bird,
Well,
bird person?
it'd
Can
be
you change
magic like
into-
mine.
Yeah. Can you become a creature with wings?
Growing wings is easy.
Well, I mean, I become myself with wings.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Are you not yourself right now?
I am myself without wings.
Right. What? Okay.
Mm.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be very interesting in the morning once all of that mead is gone from your system.
I've been told that I'm not very different when I'm sober.
Oh.
So, you mentioned that you were a fighter, and obviously you carry a lovely axe. We have all come together by various circumstances and are helping one another with various goals. And we could perhaps use another fighter. Hopefully I'm not overstepping my bounds by making this offer without
Oh no,
asking
it's
you. But to
oh,
come
of
with us and
course.
help fight some maybe cultists.
Cultists.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I understand it is a group decision. I am open to help some kind souls, especially since I have now lost my one way home, to which I will have to find another way.
Perhaps we can offer an exchange and help you with that.
Good luck.
Oh,
Because we
Nazmir.
might have to face a big battle.
Well,
Yes.
Nazmir.
Real quick, let me.
What?
Can I take a quick gauge of his personality? Maybe
Make an inside check.
what? Okay. Do. 11.
11 seems trustworthy.
Okay. Yep. Yes, quickly.
Okay. So, pretend he is an old woman on the road and we are camping. And then looks very helpless. And we invite him to come and stay with us. And then later he becomes what? Old woman monster to attack us. So
True. We have
So
faced.
now-
Wouldn't be the first time old woman monster has been an issue here.
yeah,
No,
what if he's
we-
old
we-
woman monster? Okay?
And what if he's just a regular old woman? A kind, nice old woman?
What if he's an
fell from the
old
sky?
woman with a bag of holding, but the bag of holding is actually a bag of holding monster?
Can you hear any of this?
Well, we're like 10 feet away. We're like just huddled in a circle. Like,
Casimir is not left the circle. He's just kind of staring at him.
Listen,
He's just
you have a very good point, and we should be careful, but I also don't want to become too jaded. Perhaps we can give people a chance until they give us a reason not to.
okay, what if he's crazy, huh? And then he has an axe, and we don't know if he can use it, even, or maybe he use it on us.
Oh, don't get me started.
I mean,
on
we
crazy
have a
exes.
few. We have a few of our own that are
Oh, axe.
maybe questionable, but we've gotten to know them, and they're okay.
Yeah, comic is fine. Okay.
And I was kind of thinking Hydro, but yes,
Oh,
you know.
I will note while you guys are all in a huddle and Casimir is looking at him, however Casimir is, he's just standing there smiling, like hands at his hips, looking at Casimir. He's like a big smile with teeth. You'll notice that he has a little gap between his teeth, the two front teeth.
Now, I'm not saying I can't be wrong, but in my estimation, he seems like a pretty straightforward guy.
okay. Okay. So, next time I'm in the camp, I'm saying I agree with you, okay, so maybe we invite him. But next time I'm in a camp and an old woman comes along the road and I bring her into the camp, I will tell you, pretend she is a strange man with an axe fall out of the sky.
Okay. Now, here is another point, and perhaps we should have thought of this at the time, but it is a little more weird to find an old woman by herself in the middle of the night. Actually, that's not more weird than a man falling out of the sky. Never mind. But,
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Old people
Oh,
get lost all the time.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Okay.
say it.
Okay.
but suspicious. Nope, never mind. It's still.
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
But But
I'm not saying not to be careful,
yeah,
but if he is, he appears to be strong too. If he can just survive a fall like that.
yeah.
I'm
I
just
put my
gonna
head
lean
out. I
back.
look at the kid. Look at this new guy.
Asmir's just
Yeah.
glaring at him now.
Cormac's just
Hands
gonna
on
look
his
back and
hip,
say,
big
"Oi,
smile.
Just
you're not
posing.
gonna try to hug us to death, are you?
Only if
Are you
you
a-
ask.
All right, then we're fine."
He loves hugs. That's
He
why he's
shudders.
asking.
Ugh.
Yes,
I do.
yes. Cormac can handle
But
as
Cormac-
hard of a
Cormac
hug
likes
as you can
hugs.
get.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just squeeze him until you hear a little pop, beep, beep, like a
Please, not
little
again.
squeak comes.
Please not again.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
barring my spontaneity, which was admittedly
Spontaneous.
out of character, perhaps. Do you think we cannot ask him to come with us? At least let's see if he can help us with this. If he's a fighter,
Yeah. Okay.
and then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me something, big man.
Oh, that's a new name.
What do people where you're from do with people like me?
I've never seen a person like you where I'm from.
Oh, well, isn't that interesting?
And what do you?
I suppose.
What do your people do with people like him?
Like who?
Casimir, what do your people do with?
My people are his people.
He just
Well,
looks
you've
at you
mentioned
with like a
Silver before,
confused
that's fine.
eyebrow. Just raises an eyebrow. The tiefling from Sealnor. You almost
Thought
had me
you've
there.
heard of him.
No, I feel like it would be a lot bigger of a deal if there was a tiefling in Sealnor.
Oh, there was.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, 50 years?
Oh, I mean that's before my time, so I don't know if something spread around before I was born. But I feel like it would be a historic event.
It would be a bit of a murder, yes.
And you're not even 50 yet?
Interesting word. No, I'm 25.
You're a baby.
He's a puppy, yes.
I am a young man.
Someone give him a treat.
Wait. Sorry, I've
I'll mention
lived
this when
along
the sun's beginning
among
to set.
humans long enough.
What
Okay,
happened?
I'll mention at this
So-
point the sun is beginning to set. You guys have been
So-
deliberating for a bit.
you
We've been
can
here
you
for like
can
3
you
hours.
pretend to be a little old lady, and let yourself get captured, so that we can deal with these cultists who may have ruined
He's a
your
big,
meat.
strong man. Well,
Yes.
that's part of our idea.
Hmm.
Yes, but he's
We're
also not
trying-
wearing clothing, so most people just think he's a drunken idiot.
Well, I'm wearing clothing,
He's a
just
little
not as much
presumptive.
as you all.
Oh,
I have a question, right? For someone who dresses the way you do, what is it that you do?
I help people.
You help people,
To put it generally.
like
it's very general.
What kind of
Yes.
people?
What kind of
Well,
help?
anybody who needs
ways?
help. I was helping. Let me recall. I've been gone from home for a few years now. I was off helping people in Kargrin for various reasons. I forgot to mention one important detail of him. He has on his arms a red tattoos going down both of his arms of that depict flames and salamanders.
Oh,
I actually got these nifty tattoos from Kargrin. They thanked me for my help there. When I was done over there, I headed over by boat to Seavale and helped over in the grasslands of Martyr from Seavale with a wandering band of pretty barbaric minotaurs that were hurting people. That's actually where I got this axe and this scar.
Did they hang you?
No, the leader of the Minotaurs cut off my head, and this is his axe.
Oh, sorry. They cut off your head.
Yes, and
Did a new one
somebody-
grow back? Just
no,
so did-
somebody just helped me put it back on. It wasn't very hard, just a quick prayer, and all was said and done. But I thought to myself, if there's an axe that could take my head off of my 2 shoulders, then I need to have it.
Oh,
So that's why I
Yeah.
have this.
I mean, can't
so
argue
you
that.
carry around your own murder weapon.
Mm.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you
So-
like to put it that way.
Usually, decapitation is, that's a little bit of a one and done kind of deal. So,
Just taking one.
Oh, I mean, not for
So-
me.
Mm.
are you sure? You sure that everything's working okay up here now? Like, did they get it in time?
Last time I checked, which I don't know what was the last time I checked, honestly, but I'm pretty sure everything's working fine in my you know, up here.
Can you lift it off so we can check to see if there's anything broken?
What do you mean?
Lift off his head?
I don't. I
No,
just
hold on.
pretty- He kind of grabs his head. He's like, "It's pretty on there."
Good. So
Oh, no.
I'm sure we have a lot more questions, but we do have a
We have a-
plan, and the sun is setting.
Yes.
You be quiet. Can you move quietly?
If I try to, I can.
There is no food or water anywhere that is not bad already. So we have to solve this problem and help these people, and then maybe we can eat. You understand?
It does sound like a problem that needs solving.
Yeah.
All this time I've been standing here politely because to empty the sand from my trousers as it did get up there.
Yeah, it gets everywhere.
Yes.
And it's coarse and rough.
Yeah.
I hate it.
God damn it!
Ah,
That's been the show. Good
Yeah.
night, folks.
yeah.
So
Oh my gosh!
That is quite the peculiar situation this village is in, or city is in.
We may soon be under duress
come.
from what we've heard about the night.
Can we walk out into the street from this alley and get a look? Are there locusts buzzing around still? Is there anything
There are
like
no
that?
locusts.
Okay.
And it's
Anyone
only been
on the
about
street?
an hour and a half since Dagon has entered your presence. It doesn't take long for the sun to set once it starts to go down with the arc, and there's all this like reddish orange hue being cast across the entire city as it is starting to get cold as
Both.
well.
Pretty and spooky.
Okay. This is Oshtolmut. It is in the desert east.
I have a small question.
Okay.
Does anybody have a pen or a quill and a piece of paper?
I do.
Yeah.
I just need this because it's something I do every time I venture with new people.
Okay.
You borrow a pen and paper every time you visit people.
I assume to write.
Not for nothing. He if Nazmir's offering, he'll grab the quill and
Yeah.
paper. All right. Before we set off, this is just a ritual I like to do.
Brother, relax, okay? We're just standing here. We only just met you, okay?
Yes, but if I'm going to be staying any longer, I need to know all of your birthdays.
What?
Excuse me.
I am an emissary of Bralin, the goddess of festivals, celebration, and spirits. It is only in my nature that I shall seek celebration wherever I find it.
I mean, mine is in about 4 months, I guess.
Okay, and if anybody, decides to give him his birthday, he'll write it down. Does anybody not give them his birthday?
Everyone want it. Casimir for sure.
So
No,
the
I'm not joining your
volunteer
Facebook group. I don't want your freaking notifications, please.
Yeah.
So I will find it one way or another, Casimir.
Oh,
Can you? I don't know, but
You don't know?
no.
I will make one for you.
Okay.
I don't remember mine.
We'll
I will
just
do the same with you.
count from the day you died.
your
Yeah.
rebirth day.
What?
Oh, rebirth! That's plenty worth celebrating.
What? What is this emissary?
Oh, I am a follower of Bralin.
Brolin?
Like
Is this
Brolin.
a
priest?
deity we're familiar with?
Make a religion check.
I got a 16.
16. You all, well, not all of you, but you specifically, Nazmir Bralin, you are familiar with because she is given offerings at any festival, harvests, that sort of thing, as she is the embodiment of festivities, parties, spirits as in alcohol, not like ancestral spirits.
Ghost.
Dionysus.
Her symbol is a goblet that is filled to the brim.
Which I will note he has holding his cape together. A little tiny medallion with that symbol.
Ah, yes. The goddess of festivals and
Yes,
alcohol.
I guess in my being general about what I do, I left out the part where I help people in order to eventually lead to celebration. Whether that be celebration from winning a war, celebration for peacetime because a war was settled peacefully.
Mhm.
Maybe I helped a farmer save his dying crops. That's worth celebrating.
So you're like a party
Maybe somebody.
planner?
I mean, in a way, yes, that's part of what I do.
He just likes
Cool.
to have excuses to drink. Let's be honest.
No, I take great joy in the happiness people find through celebration.
Hmm.
Even if it does not require, or, even if it doesn't have spirits.
Apparently,
So-
Casimir worships the goddess Linbra, the goddess of wet blankets. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Because Casimir, he
Yeah.
takes no joy at all from happiness at all.
So
Never.
that's very sad, and I hope to change that. He looks kind of deep in the eyes.
Oh God, I'm uncomfortable now.
While we're
Oh.
having this conversation, I would like to keep an eye out to see if the priest people are moving around yet.
Okay,
We
make a
must-
perception check.
So, as a way to wrap this up, I would just generally like to say that I hope what I am helping everybody with here leads to a great celebration for these starving and dehydrated villagers.
Well, that's noble.
So it's a pretty broad scope, but that's
Yes. And other more important things after as well. But yes, we need to help these people.
Of course.
What'd you get for perception?
net 20.
Natural 20.
Oh.
So as the
Ooh.
sun continues to get lower in the sky and it gets darker and colder, this low fog begins to, like, almost like a haze, begins to fill up the streets, and growing louder, you begin to hear these whispers kind of echoing around.
Whisper, whisper.
It was a lot more ominous than what I tried to do. You guys, hold on a second. Do you hear that?
Yes.
Very creepy.
Yeah. Maybe this is a terrible plan. Should we?
What exactly
Maybe.
was the plan again? I forgot we were being quiet.
The plan is that you're going to get kidnapped, and we're going to deal with your kidnappers. That was the plan, right? No.
Oh,
Jim, could you tell me what exactly the space we're in kind of looks like right now? Are
Yeah,
there
so it's a
5
very
points where they might go
narrow
sneak up on?
alley
Okay.
that is connected to another alley. And actually, as you're kind of like tucked in the space, you see 5 black robed figures begin to
damn.
walk down the alley. They don't seem to notice you. They are all wearing golden masks. One is the mask of a scarab. Another one is that of a leopard. One's an elephant. One is that of a hippo. And the last one is that of a crocodile.
Damn.
And they're kind of,
These are the people.
they seem to be gliding along the road as this fog kind of covers up the bottoms of their robes. Their flesh does not show. And they go to a door. A cloaked hand reaches out and touches the wooden door, and the door just instantly rots and withers away. They continue to emanate these whispers that fill your ears and give you a sense of dread. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Oh boy.
Natural 1.
Let's go.
16.
13.
20, a nat
14,
20,
sorry.
27 from Astra, and an 18 from Dayon.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, look at that like split too. It was like if it was at advantage, it was a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Yep.
So
3 nat
if
ones so
you
far, Bo.
got above a 13, you save. If you got below a 13, you're now frightened.
I'm a scared.
With these robed figures, these alkalites, being the source of your fear.
Okay.
This is a bad idea. We need to go. We need to go.
Yes, man. No, we can take them. We can fight them.
This is too much. You see how they made the door rot?
They're going to just. We need to go. Casimir starts backing away.
Corvus is like, we've handled worse.
I'm gonna have to back away as well.
At this point, you begin to hear screams from inside the house. No, no!
They're taking someone. We must. We should help.
Can't.
Yeah.
This is too much.
How many did you say there were?
5.
5? Okay.
Mm.
5 of them. 7 of us.
So what do we do?
We run. We need to run.
No, we stick to the plan.
Maybe
go
we
after
run towards them.
It was a shitty plan. We need to go.
You seem to have quite the bit of nerves right now.
Yeah, did you see what happened?
Yeah, they run at the door.
Yes.
Did you not hear those whispers in your mind, in your soul?
And the
When
creepy
stuff like that
masks.
happens, I tend to ignore them.
Literally landed in a pile of goop that rotted all your gear. I think.
That was your fault.
Listen,
I take out my longbow. I slash along my shoulder. Bone crimson right on the longbow.
no.
Ooh.
Fire damage. So you see him just sort of drag one a curved claw-like dagger just along one of the well-worn scars of his shoulder. Blood flows down as it touches it. He kind of flicks it onto his bow, and the bowstring sort of starts glowing a little bit. Bzzz.
Would you guys like a visual?
Yes, but
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Yeah, sure. Of the zone or the horrible
Of the
monsters
right? Yeah.
that are. By the way,
Cormac's
Taking the
also gonna
damage.
draw his bow because he's probably feeling
Oh.
like we need to start off as stealthy as possible.
Casimir and Nasmir have to do everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You're gonna.
Where would we be?
Who are not in the robes.
So let me adjust your position. They
Love it.
are now dragging out this old man, long white beard, dark tanned skin, dark brown skin, out of this door right now.
So we down here in this.
You guys are in this alley here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could be as far up as the palm tree on this map if you so choose.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess me and
I have a token.
Oh.
I don't know, can you?
Let me get you one.
I guess me and Zulkifli are taking the
I
front
did
on
not
this
give
one.
you a character sheet on this. We'll fix that. Don't worry.
Ooh.
I thought of everything. My bad.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
Alright. So while he does that, what is everybody else doing?
Okay. I'm gonna point out one of them. I will mark him. After we kill the rest. We let that one go.
What if we just do the old-fashioned arrow
If
barrage?
any of you move or prepare to take an action, I will need a stealth check from you to see if you get a surprise round.
Let's go with that because I think we're gonna target one of them and try to drop someone. We're gonna do a synchronized attack if we can. So
Cormac's gonna
arrow
pull his hood
barrage.
back up. Cormac's gonna say that, should I try to run across behind those jars over there and try to hide behind them?
Just let them go.
okay. Quiet, but yeah. Get the shot. Okay. And then we count 1, 2, 3. Okay, go.
Roll twice. That's a 20.
Nice. I had a 21 on my stealth check. And Zol's gonna stand there with his bow, and he's getting ready, like he's readying a shot to see if we can get a surprise round, but to fire at the same target as Cormac.
Right.
See if we can drop one.
Probably should have started the conversation before I moved. Of hey, which one are we shooting at first?
It's all good.
It's fine.
I've actually Zol already pointed someone out.
I'm good. Blue
You
guy.
should have control of the token, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Gasman and Asmer are hiding.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. And
What was the stealth check from Zulkifli? 21?
21.
Let me hold on. Okay. You seem
do
to
we have
not notice you.
Nice. Where's the old man? Is he in the middle?
He's in the middle.
Okay. Good. Yeah. May we roll to attack? Because I think we're gonna target the blue guy right here. Both.
Yeah.
So you're both targeting the blue guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Straight up dropping him if we can.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. I rolled a 27 to hit.
I got a 17
hits.
hit.
17 will hit.
It's with advantage, right? Because they're unseen, so it's
Yep. This is
then 20 will hit.
with advantage.
Okay. Still, 20 still hits.
Okay.
okay. Rolling damage.
I got 18.
18. All right.
16.
What type of damage, please?
I do 6 fire damage and 10 magical piercing damage.
And I do
6
18
fire.
piercing.
All right. So the fire, as you hit this creature, this alkalite with this flaming arrow, his whole body like catches fire and seems to burn a lot more brightly for a second, as he is susceptible to fire damage, and he'll take double that. So what is the new total?
Okay, so the new total would be 22.
He's looking real hurt already, as they are all alert to your presence and let out a series of groans and angry sounds, as like you once again do not see any flesh beneath their cloaks. Their masks are covering their faces. At this point, I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Cool. Surprise round.
Oh, gross.
I guess
Ooh,
Cormac and I
I
already
did
our
well
surprise
on
round
my
stuff.
initiative. Shut up.
I guess Astra's didn't go through. Roll
You want to
again.
put your dex stat in there, Quentin? Although you should be ahead of. I think you should be.
That is
You
with
should
my
be.
deck stat.
No, I'm just saying you
Oh.
should probably be ahead of.
Oh, I'm
Casmir.
rolling
Okay.
a wisdom save.
So then mine will be
That's
a 10.
why.
Yeah.
Wait, and I'm tied with Nazmir.
Wait,
Dip.
no, I mean like
There we go.
see, like Noah's got
Oh,
like
I see what you're
12.2,
saying. Yeah.
21.2, yeah. I
Let
got
me roll mine.
a 0.
Y'all
Dex.
are something else.
There we go.
Okay.
So we got the fear condition.
Yep, and at the end of your
That's a new one.
turns, at the end of each of your turns, you can roll the save.
So we can't get any closer to them.
You You're not allowed
As
to
long
move
as you can
close
see
to the
them.
source of your fear, and if you make a ranged attack against them, it's with disadvantage.
I believe the restriction on is that you have to. Is it seeing them? That's what keeps you from being able to get closer to them. I'm not sure.
You have to be able to see them to be frightened by them, I believe. Oh wait, I have my DM screen right in front of me. A frightened creature has disadvantage on an ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within the line of sight. And the creature cannot willingly move close to the source of its fear. So as long as you can see it, it's with disadvantage.
Okay, so we just have to close our eyes and hope for the best and still roll with disadvantage.
But, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so top of initiative is Zulkifli.
Okay, cool.
Astro's on deck.
Cool. Wait, I guess just to be clear, we kind of just did our surprise round. Is that right? Like Cormac and I just did that. Now we're just gonna proceed initiative like normal. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how
Got
surprise rounds work.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Rolling. 2 attacks. Okay, so it's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
The blue one, by the way. That's 9 points of piercing damage and 10 points of fire damage, I guess, if it's vulnerable.
He goes down.
Okay, so 19. Okay, cool. An extra attack. I'm going to target this time the red one.
Okay.
Rolling a 23 to hit.
Okay.
And 8 points piercing damage.
Okay.
And I rolled a 4, so that's double to 8. So 16 total. 16 points damage total.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Yep. I will, if I can I duck behind cover? Is there cover in this where I am?
You currently have 3/4 cover with the tree.
Great, I'm staying right here.
All right, which is an additional. Where's that?
It's 5 points my AC, I think.
Yeah. Yep. All right,
Thank you.
Astra, it is your turn.
All right, so is going to let me just see her starry form options really quick.
You have Chalice and Archer.
Yeah, Chalice, Archer, and Dragon.
She's never used a
believe.
dragon.
Ooh.
Okay. She's actually going to assume the form of the Archer. And she's gonna move up, actually. Like, oh, that's a wrong. Just move up right here. Is that do I have line of sight on any other cultists?
From there, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Archer. Okay, so upon
And they're acolytes, we don't
activation,
know if they're cultist or not. Jesus.
they call them cultists.
I call them. that
She's
because
going
that's
to
what they're
make
doing.
a ranged weapon attack, or ranged spell attack, I mean. I'm on the wrong sheet.
They could be
Sorry.
bronies.
Is this where the cult is? No, we're not cultists. We're acolytes. Yep, this is the place.
I'm sorry. Oof. Okay, so it's a d20 plus 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 16 to hit the green one,
It'll hit.
right? Dealing a nice. Let's see what that is. 6 radiant damage.
6 points of radiant damage to the one marked green. All right.
Yes. And see what I can do for actions. Sorry about this. As a action, she will cast Guiding Bolt at the first level on the green one as well.
Okay.
So that's a 22 to hit
That will
for
hit.
12 radiant damage.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
And the next one has the next person who attacks that one has advantage. So that'll be all.
All right. With surprising speed, the one right here is going to dart in the direction where it saw Cormac fire at it.
fuck. No.
And it's
Oh,
gonna
dear.
reach out, and you watch as it reaches out. This rotten hand comes for you, and it's going to attack you. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's 24.
You will succeed on that, but you are going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
plus 10 points of necrotic.
Oof. Cormac looking hurt.
Okay. Wow.
The next one with surprising speed is going to dart towards Astra and make an attack against her. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Ooh, that does hit.
Can I get a con save from Astra, please?
Okay. That is a 12.
That will just fail.
Oof.
Okay, so
Rocket
a few
punch.
things here. That is going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage to Astra plus 12 points of necrotic. And as this hand reaches out and makes contact with Astra and like a fist, like it punches her, her arm that's exposed that comes in contact with this immediately becomes black and the skin begins to look rotten.
Oh no.
And there's that bit of information for you. And that will be their turn. So it is now Dion's turn. Or Dayon.
All right. Yeah, Dayon, he sees this and he's like, okay, we're not being stealthy anymore. And then with a big flash, he rages. And the scar around his neck glows bright gold. And so does the blade of his axe. As he takes a couple steps forward to... actually, I believe on a rage, I get to move half my movement for free with instinctive pounce if we're using optional rules. From Tasha's. So he will move right here in between these two acolytes.
Mm-hmm.
And he will make one attack on the red one here.
Okay.
And he's going to do that recklessly.
Okay.
So a 26 to hit
26 will hit.
for oh boy, this is a lot of stuff. That is 15 plus 9 is 24 plus, sorry, 24 plus 2, it's 26 points of damage mixed. 9 of that is radiant, and
Okay.
yeah.
The radiant does not do any additional damage, but it's still quite a hit and he's looking hurt. Anything else for your turn?
And he will swing around to the purple one after removing his axe from the red one and attack that one.
Okay. Is this considered a magical weapon? It is. It's a magical weapon. Never mind.
Yes. So that's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
For a nice 15 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
With this flash of energy, Daeon's muscles begin to swell and veins begin to pop out as he dashes towards these creatures and quickly hits one right in the chest with his axe, and then with an expert and reckless like movement to those of you who are fighters, he swings back and gets the other one right into the shoulder, cutting deep into the scapula and clavicle of the body. All right.
Wow.
It's now
Careless, man. Careless.
then this one's turn. It's gonna rush up to Daeon. Daeon, that is gonna be a natural 20.
Oh.
Okay.
Do I have line of sight?
You do not.
Can't see him.
Let me double check. You do not. There's that corner just there that's blocking you.
Yeah, can't see it happen, can't make it happen.
Do. Da, 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 da. Get fucked. 9 points of bludgeoning damage, which is halved to 4 because you're raging, right?
Yep.
And then you are also resistant to. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was after I doubled it. And then I need a con save, by the way.
A con save. Okay. I'm pretty good at those.
After your resistance is considered 12 points of necrotic damage.
Fourth natural one.
And
Natural 1.
that was a natural 1. You also, your skin begins to rot.
So he resisted all of that damage. So how much damage total?
16.
16. Cool.
That's after your resistance is considered.
Okay. And let me just update everything. Yep. That's his only attack.
That is it.
All right.
Kydro, it is now your turn.
All right.
Nazmir's on
I'm
deck.
gonna do the hydro. So I'm able to squeeze through this Astra's Kipler gap right here, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna just go like right here, right next to Daeon,
Okay.
right next to this red cultist, and I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna blitz him. A good old flurry of blows.
They all
All
hit.
right. Whoa.
Damage
Yeah,
needs
no,
to
I
be
just
specified.
looked at those.
Wow.
Let's hit it with a cocktail. Let's do fire, lightning, ice, acid.
Fire does double, so which one are you targeting? The red one? So the
The red
first
one.
hit will kill it.
Okay. So that's just it then.
I mean, if you can hit the orange
You
one
get
next to
3 more
you,
attacks after.
but the other 3 attacks, if you want, or you
Right.
can move to a different one.
Yeah, sure. Let's reroute the other 3 to the orange one. Those are lightning, acid, cold.
So that's 24 points of damage. All right.
Mhm.
2 down, 3 left standing. As Kydro, with a very quick and agile movement, darts between Zulkifli and Astra, and with 4 swift blows, all flashing different elemental power, knocks the first one down as it incinerates and crumples to the ground. And it seems like the robe becomes emptied as this form drops. And the other 3 attacks into the other alkalite standing behind him. So now the one with the scarab mask and the leopard mask are both dead.
Do the masks stay?
Ooh.
The masks stay. The robes and the mask
perfect.
are stay. They stay.
Nice.
Nazmir, you are still frightened,
Right.
and you can make the wisdom
And-
saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay. And was it a particular one or all of them?
All of them.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna try and, well, I'm gonna summon a bonfire underneath the purple one and see if it's dexterous enough to dodge it or not. It's a DC 13.
I don't know. Wait, yeah, you do have line of sight of the purple one. That's a 7.
Okay. So there's a bonfire below it now, and it takes 9 fire damage before that's doubled, so 18.
18 points of fire damage. All right. Anything else for you?
And yeah, let me summon my Echo. 1, 2, 3 spaces ahead of me, and since my Echo is immune to any conditions, it should be able to move forward. So I'll move it here next to Astra.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
So you can't move closer unless you succeed on your wisdoms. Oh wait, I summoned your Echo. Okay. Wisdom save, please.
Let's see. 16.
You are no longer frightened.
Hey.
All right. The last one is going to step right here to the middle of the alley. See how this battle is going. He is going to. He's the one with the elephant mask. He's going to take off his mask, and what you see is not. It's a rotted face, but you have seen undead creatures. This is not green, grotesque, pus-filled rot. This is withered. This is aged. This is leather-like skin, with a jaw as in these rot, like these black and yellow teeth. Well preserved though. Keep them busy. I will warn them all. And he's going to make a break for it.
Ah, shit.
That's his movement right there. And that's his turn. Casimir.
Okay, Casimir, still afraid, can't move any closer. Feels a shake in his hand as he gets prepared to cast one spell. He changes his mind, goes with the sure thing, fires a magic missile.
Okay. The purple one, the one that you can see?
Yeah, on the purple one, so I don't actually have to roll to hit. Alright, so let's see. Those are each, all 3 bolts go for it. Each is 3 damage.
Alright, so 9 points of damage. He's still standing, but he's hurt.
Yeah. And sort of so Kifley feels it like the bolts like arc around his head. As magic missiles never miss.
Alright, so these 3 bolts of magic energy zip. One goes in between Zulkifli's legs and up and over. The other ones come around on both sides and hit this cloaked figure with the alligator mask, crocodile mask, because you'll not see him for a while.
Casimir's still afeared.
All right, you're still frightened. Okay, Cormac, it is now your turn. Zulkifli is on deck.
All right. Since this guy is dealing with a fire right now, if I try to move past him, is it still attack of opportunity?
He'll still get attack of opportunity if you move out of his range.
You
Never
can
mind.
bonus action disengage.
I was gonna do that.
'Cause you
Bonus
are a
action
rogue.
disengage. Yeah. Well, technically, I'm not moving in out of his. Never mind. You know what? I'm not moving out of his range. I'm actually gonna move up and share a space here with our new friend Dayon. And so Cormac's gonna put away the longbow, pull out his new weapon, his new shiny weapon, and he's gonna expend a grit point and do piercing shot. So that way, let's see. I think I can make this shot here from where I am. Oh yeah, that'll hit both. So he'll take a shot at the first guy right in front of him.
Okay.
Go on.
What the crap?
That's not one.
At number
Okay.
5? I don't
I'm
know.
giving out a set of dice, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay!
I think that's a misfire roll, buddy.
It is
It
a
is a
misfire
misfire
roll.
roll, and it's below my misfire score, so that's a misfire.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not quite
It's fine.
familiar with this weapon, as this is the first time you've used it. The weapon misfires, and no damage done.
That's fine.
What is the result
Okay,
of the
he's
misfire? What does that do exactly?
It just doesn't shoot.
Okay.
Now, if I do it again and I misfire, it can break.
Break.
Okay.
It just straight up breaks. Like right now, it's still usable. Just I don't want to do that again.
All right.
Be like he's gonna just shit, and he's gonna extra attack, spin the barrel, and try for another shot.
Zolkifli.
Hey, what? No, I'm not done with my turn.
Then take your turn.
I was describing what I was doing, you fuck.
Take your turn.
Fine. He's
Can't
gonna
see.
try to spend another grit point and take another shot.
Gonna have to get a Yu-Gi-Oh rolls, and I end my turn.
That's gonna be that's gonna be a 19 to hit
No
the
hit.
orange guy.
It would have been
That'll
so
hit.
funny if he broke it on the first time he ever used it.
Okay, so that's gonna be 13 plus 6 for sneak attack. That's 19.
on the orange one.
Yeah.
All right.
And then to hit the green guy, that's a 14.
To hit,
Yeah,
that will hit.
sweet. He takes 14 damage.
All right.
And that will end my turn.
So in the heart of the cards.
You gotta move out of my
Zolkifli.
space, buddy.
Yeah, you have to move out of space. Get out of space.
Okay.
Ah, shit. Okay, okay, there.
Now he'll take an opportunity attack against you. The
Bonus
orange
action
one.
disengage.
Bonus action disengage.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
disengaged.
Okay, now well, he said that you didn't have to do it earlier, so now you're saying it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Zolkifli.
Okay. Zolkifli's gonna move 15 feet here, just around the corner. Here. Take aim
Soon
at
my apple died.
the one marked green,
All right.
and he's gonna let loose with his longbow to see if he can get him.
Okay.
Okay, it is a 20 hit.
Hits.
Okay, so special stuff. First of all, he is going to take 9 points piercing damage.
All right.
Second, he's going to take, I rolled a 5, so 10 points fire damage
Mm-hmm.
total. Then, while the fire damage burns him, it burns a mark. 3 slashes, like a claw mark. Just where the arrow strikes. Brand of castigation.
Okay.
Okay. And now Zolkifli's going to turn, and the other two, they're still moving, still attacking. Okay, one's hurt. How's the gold one look?
So they're all hurt. Like,
Okay,
they're all
okay.
hurt. They're not
Great,
very.
okay.
They're not very sturdy.
Gotcha. He's gonna notch another arrow and get ready for the next thing, and that's it. That's his turn.
All right. Astra's turn.
All right, so Astra, he is going to use her bonus action to launch another archer bolt at the green one,
Okay.
since she sees everybody else is doing it. And let's see this. I'm not looking at Astra's sheet. My mistake. It's a
Womp
d20
womp.
plus 7. So that's a nice 22 to hit the green one
I'll hit.
for a solid 9 radiant damage.
Okay. So after Zolkifli fires this flaming arrow, which goes right in between his shoulder blades, and this mark appears on his form, Astra follows up with this radiant shot, and he burns with this gold energy and crumples to the ground.
No. Okay.
Anything else for Astra's turn?
Seeing as Cormac looks like he's about to croak, She's going to actually she used her bonus action. Let me see. Action.
I believe, what is it? Cure wounds is a action.
Yes, but she does not have cure wounds. You know what? She's going to cast Wither and Bloom,
Okay.
which is her action, and it's a 60-foot, no, it's a 10-foot radius sphere. So she's gonna cast it from like here, or from there.
Okay.
So everybody within that area that's an ally gets to roll one of their hit die, add that to their HP, and the enemies have to make a Constitution saving throw.
They were taking necrotic damage, correct?
Yes. Are they immune?
They are immune to necrotic damage. And as Astra attempts to heal Cormac's wounds, that rotted part of the flesh burns and begins to spread, and he cannot regain hit points.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Wait,
not
no,
good.
Cormac, yeah, you failed the con save, right? You failed.
No,
8?
I passed.
Oh, then never mind. He can heal.
Yeah.
The other two don't take damage. Speaking of which, guys, if you're cursed, guess what?
Uh-oh.
You can't
Oh,
regain
no.
hit points.
Ooh,
And that's not a hit point maximum cap. That's just any hit
just
points.
no healing.
Okay, so
Womp
anybody
womp.
else within that range? I'm pretty sure Daon failed to save as well.
He did. So Daon and Astra are the two that are cursed. That's a good reminder for me.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
All right. This one is gonna step. Does it take damage at the start of its turn if it's in the bonfire, or if it stays in the bonfire?
If it stays in the
All
bonfire.
right. So it's gonna move out of the bonfire. It's gonna reach out and try to punch Cormac.
No. I refuse. I cast refuse.
I cast
Uno
no
reverse.
you.
I cast Uno reverse card.
That's a 20 to hit though.
Ah,
Is it? Is it?
Oh,
Insert. Are
Is
you
it?
sure about that? Are
Bam,
you sure
silver
about
bars.
that?
Yeah.
That's a,
Yeah.
that's
Are
an
you sure
18
about that?
That's an 18 to hit, Cormac.
that still
Except-
hits. Fuck.
Okay.
And basically, as soon as that attack flies out, Daon's like, "Focus on me," and then slaps that man with his axe.
Do you have Sentinel?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Also,
So wait,
I
does the
was gonna
attack
get.
does the attack happen first and then you can?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the attack
okay.
does happen,
So let me
so-
do that. Oh, I just rolled
Okay.
for the first
And
part of the
Dale
damage.
is
That's
inspired.
5 points of bludgeoning damage, Cormac.
Okay.
Plus,
We take those. We take those.
10 points of necrotic damage. I need another con save.
He's down.
I need another con save.
Okay.
Yep.
13.
That just succeeds.
And
You would have been like fighting for your life if you failed that.
Dale's at advantage, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. So as soon as he attacks our poor lad Cormac, who falls to the ground, Daon just completely like swings his axe straight to the core of this creature.
Okay.
For 23 to hit,
23 will hit.
dealing a nice what is that? 15 points of damage.
That's exactly his HP.
noise.
Whoa.
So after it reaches out for Cormac and punches him, Cormac goes down and it just gets an axe right into the back, and it's like it's just a shock, just like this breath of air. Just that's all you hear as it just crumples.
It's like the lightest of all farts.
And that is now Dan's turn with one of them left.
Getting those kills.
All right. Join your friend, and then he goes and
Jeez.
swings at the the last one. That's a so do I have advantage?
If you attacked recklessly.
From the
Oh, wait,
silver.
the
I
orange
I
one-
rolled the attack.
Silver buck.
I will say I rolled the attack before Casimir said I
That
have
one was the one
advantage.
hit with the guiding bolt, correct? So you would have advantage on it anyway?
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a natural 20.
That hits.
Yeah.
He's dead.
We love those.
That's
He's
a lot
dead.
of numbers.
That will end
Please tell me how
initiative.
much.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
How do you wanna
Dayon
do
just
this?
rubs his hands to. Oh, okay. Dayon, he just swings around carelessly, straight through the neck of this thing. He's not even really looking at him, and immediately he drops to his knees, rubs his hands together, and was like, "Get up!" Smacks Cormac on the chest and heals him. Or, let's see this. Two. Wait, no, that's not two.
Oh.
It's 3d4. So let me roll another 2d4. 5 hit points.
Woo!
Hooray!
If
Something.
I'm up, I'm up.
It's awesome.
That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Wow. How's the old
Wow.
man?
He is dead.
No, what? What happened?
Hey.
Shit.
You guys debated it for a few moments there, and he was.
Oh, I thought.
So they killed him and took him dead.
I heard they took him out of the house, and he was right there in between them, and that's when we attacked. I didn't hear that he died too.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
you guys. He was surrounded by them. That's why I didn't describe it that way.
Okay.
Also, I just realized I got sunburned today.
Oh.
Not the important thing.
First
I'm sorry.
sunburn of the
I'm
day.
sorry.
I feel like some people got a worse sunburn than
Immersion.
you did, alright?
You're right.
Yeah.
Dayon
Okay.
lifts
Name is
his
literally
hands from
Ash.
Cormac's chest, and they're kind of glowing, and then they fade.
That's a useful skill.
Oh.
Let's quickly collect these masks and robes and
Yeah. Are they intact at this time?
Yeah.
The robes are a little damaged from the slashes and the burns and whatnot.
mm-hmm. Astra can fix them with wool, right?
She's so
I actually think
inspired.
Astra has mending,
Yeah.
but at this point, you guys look at Astra, and that
Astra.
rotten part of her flesh is just dark and like almost like gangrenous looking.
Is that
Oh.
something you can heal? Can I examine it to see what kind of magic that would have done or what it might take to fix it? Is there
So
something
you
I
want to
can do?
examine it
with that?
to try to determine the magical effect. Is that what
Yeah.
I'm getting? Okay, so Arcana.
Casimir will help with that too.
So
Okay. I
If
got an
that's
8.
okay. Okay.
you're not actually sure if it's even magical.
Okay.
As you
That
both
looks
look at it.
bad. I'm not sure what it is, but it's bad. That's about all I know.
Can you feel this when I poke it?
Let me. I'll try cure wounds to see if that helps.
So you will burn the spell slot, and the spell will fail.
Okay. At least I get one free one of those per day. But yeah. That didn't work. So how do we fix this?
I'm gonna come back from having collected the green one's mask and robes. Were there any other items on them at the time? Or I can roll for that if you like.
Make an investigation check as you kind of like search
Sure.
them.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, traditionally, if I saw a soldier with an arm like this, we would cut it off.
20.
20. Okay, I'll get to you in just a second.
Sure.
I mean, Dayon, your arm is the same.
Is
Big
it?
man.
His
Is it
is in the
spreading?
middle of his abdomen.
Yeah,
I'll say.
Oh
we can't cut
We can't.
that off.
no.
I mean, you survived
No.
getting your head cut off.
Yes, but it's more something that you could just pop back on. I feel.
What?
I can't
See?
really incise my abdomen.
Well, listen, what do we do? Healing's not working.
Oh, that's not a good thing. I can't really do anything with that, sadly.
We're gonna go towards the pyramid, but
We can't go like this.
Cormac's really messed up, and Astra can't get better. I mean, Cormac, if you want this, I've got a healing potion here.
That's all right. I got my own.
Actually,
He's actually gonna pull out his healing potion. He's gonna take it.
Okay.
okay, and I pulled out an empty vial. I must have drank it.
Hey.
I don't have a healing potion. Sorry.
I mean, do we know if there's any? I mean, there are any temples here? This seems really bad. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
so-
the arms
so-
are gonna fall off. Casimir pokes it again.
It burns.
If there were, these people would probably stop
I'm gonna
the
put a
temple.
pause in this conversation real fast. Zulkifli, just so I don't forget, you do not find much on these people, but you do search the roads very thoroughly. You do find a small, about the size of the palm of your hand, a emerald and gold figurine of a scarab.
Okay. It's just a figurine. Is it solid? Solid gold?
It is all gold and gemstones. Those gemstones
Okay.
being emerald.
Okay. I bring back the mask. Which animal is it?
The one that was green was the one with the crocodile mask.
Okay.
So now you have 5 masks: the
Yeah,
crocodile, the scarab, the leopard, or sorry, lioness, elephant, and hippo.
Okay. Mm.
And we
And
have
the robes as well.
6 people.
I mean,
Also, DM for point of note,
I
I,
think
do apologize.
Astra has
I
Mindy,
missed,
and she'll cast that as she does. The ropes.
I misread the rules when it came to the misfire.
Mm,
So I'm sorry, I kind of cheated.
it's fine.
Accidentally.
But I am gonna try to do a tools check real quick to see if I can repair this thing.
Okay.
Casimir, you said you could make yourself look like one of them. Does that include their apparel, or do you need clothing?
I mean, the apparel would be helpful if there's anyone who has the ability to divine magically. But
Because we have 5 sets and 6 people.
yeah, it's also very late, so maybe this is a plan. I mean, are we going to rush in now?
The problem is that even though we stopped them from alerting the group, they will be alerted when they don't return, and they will be on guard. At least right now, we might catch them by surprise. I don't know.
So, I mean, looking at that old man, they're not bringing prisoners back alive.
No, they're not.
So,
That's right. He's hurt. So we must rest.
I don't know. Pokes Dion's necrotic.
I can't tell if this effect is magical. Does anyone have any knowledge of medicine?
Astra does.
I could take a look.
Yeah, Astra does. Hey, should Astra make a medicine check on herself?
Sure.
All right.
Cormac will help.
With advantage.
Okay. That's a 23.
Astra peers closely at this injury that she has sustained. And we'll find out what she says after our mid-session break, everybody. So everyone, stick around. We have updated our mid-session break video that we typically show throughout the session with some new cool things, including the premiere of a very special person's full body artwork.
Ooh.
Astra.
Casimir's full body artwork is going to be shown during our mid-session break. So be sure
Sweet.
to check it out. It's really cool. I loved it. It was a complete surprise to me when it was finalized and sent, so that's awesome. So stick around for that, everybody. We'll be back in about 20 minutes as we take the time to refresh ourselves. And if you're just now joining us,
What took you so long? But hey, you can catch up on all of our stuff so far over on our YouTube channel. Just look for Prestige Encounters. We've got everything from Session 1 onwards. We also have most of Campaign 1, all the important bits.
All the good parts.
All on there as well as
All the good
all of our
people.
one-shots, which we do periodically. Not to mention some of our other videos, all of which, we're happy to just keep dripping out for you to consume with your eye holes. We also exist in podcast form, miniaturized podcast form, packaged up, squeezed into like a little like podcast like receptacle, which you can then consume through your ear holes anywhere in the podcast network. I hope you have a moist and squishy time. I'm happy to have come to you live on Twitch, where you can catch us live if you so consent to.
Yes.
you just said those
using.
words right into somebody in the future's ear holes.
Moist.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, everybody, we'll be back here momentarily.
Yep.
See ya after our break.
Stay swishy.
And welcome back, everyone. So before we get further into the session tonight, we do have a set of dice to give away to one lucky viewer in our chat. This is a wonderful set of dice to give to someone in the USA or Canada only. The keyword you're going to enter into our chat is the word desert. DESERT, not dessert. That's 2 S's, just 1 S. Desert. That is the word that you're entering, and we're going to give you a few moments to enter that in as we continue on with our session tonight. Anyway, so you guys have gathered up the robes and the masks of these acolytes. Their bodies have disappeared after being vanquished. What would you all like to do?
Astra was medically examining the rot.
That is correct.
Yes.
So it is not a natural rot. This seems to be a curse of some kind.
Okay.
Oh.
Would she know if this is something that her lesser restoration can fix?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Like, relying a lot on Astra. Astra, you're not here. Figure this out.
I mean, you can try. I can't tell you if it does or not. If she wants to try it and expend the spell slot, she may do so.
I think she's got a medicine check to do.
Yeah,
She did.
she already did it. It's a curse.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I guess she will use a second level spell slot for lesser restoration, which I believe will be her second to last spell slot of the second level.
So as she kind of like hovers her hand over, this silvery light begins to glow and the spell shatters. It fails.
Ooh.
Oh, indeed. This is beyond any magic we have, is it?
Perhaps it is.
Me.
But not beyond their magic. Maybe the Sphinx.
So what if we have to get through the rest of them to get to the Sphinx?
We can. But carefully. From far away. Cannot get too close, because they can touch you, and also they move very fast.
Yes. And they're very
Okay.
scary. I mean, we can presume that. I mean, I mean, Cormac's still badly hurt, but if this can't be healed by magic, I mean, sleeping it off isn't going to fix it either.
Perhaps not.
So, we need to determine who's going to go in these cultist costumes that we've stolen and risked our lives for. Obviously, not Theon.
If it weren't for the fact that they come and take people in the night, I would suggest Astra wait here for us, but that's not necessarily safer.
I throw Kydro the crocodile mask.
Nice.
Is there one that looks like
crocodile is probably the closest thing you can find to a dragon. It's not a dragon, so I appreciate you looking out for me, Zolkithli.
Yeah,
So, obsess over one animal, and I pick up the jaguar mask.
Is there one that looks like it could fit horns underneath it?
Maybe the scarab.
The scarab has like legs that kind of curve up. You can try.
Oh, look
My
for this.
idea.
I'll hold up the golden scarab that I found earlier. Everyone, look for this inside.
What is that?
Did you just pick?
Alright,
Yeah, one of them, the green one, is.
which one's
Casimir.
left?
Hold this hand up. Can I take a look at that?
Sure. So which animals are left? I think there was an elephant, a
Hippo?
jaguar, a crocodile, a hippo. So elephant and a hippo, and there's one more.
So
Scarab,
there's
which
the
Casimir
scarab. There's a third. The scarab
Okay,
was the
so-
third one that you're missing.
Okay, 3.
Before I put one on, I'm gonna take the old man back to the house they drug him from and see if he's got any relatives.
Okay, so you go into the house.
With the
It's
corpse.
empty.
We
Was it just-
could hide here if we have to.
Were there multiple people screaming when they went in?
Nope, it's him.
Just
We only heard one scream.
Alright. Cormac's gonna pick up the elephant.
what's left?
Hippo and
Just hippo. Because
scarab.
Casimir took the scarab.
Okay,
I'll take hippo.
come back.
Hi.
Maybe better if you go quietly.
And follow behind.
Maybe, or we take him. Maybe he can pretend. I point at Dion. Maybe he can pretend to be a prisoner.
Yes,
mean-
yeah.
They don't seem to necessarily take their prisoners alive, unless they
Take
unless they
body.
did that because we attacked them.
They also floated. So, I mean, we're only going to get a little bit of cover here.
We should look for more. See if there are others.
To get more disguises or to stop
See
them
what they are
from.
doing. Okay, but we must go to the pyramid after as well to see if they are bringing anyone.
Right. So
We should ask
we
the
are bringing-
woman-
we are
Yeah.
bringing Astra, right? That's
Uh,
safer than leaving her here, probably.
Actually,
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
Cormac's gonna hand over the elephant mask to Astra.
Oh, Astra, you can disguise yourself.
She can, yes. So she can make herself appear shorter. So,
There is one issue as you guys are starting to put on these outfits that you notice. One of you is relatively short compared to the others.
And Casimir has wings,
Can you
which he kind of drapes. And it's like a cloak sitting over obviously plate mail.
This looks like he has a hunchback.
Did you have to like, I don't know if this would work, like wrap them or tuck them in or something?
I can, but it doesn't hide the fact I'm wearing plate. I mean,
How
you're
much
a
do
little-
these robes cover?
They cover like your whole body. They were
Okay.
made to conceal the entire form of the one wearing them.
Okay.
Oh, and what if we took some time to kind of stuff your armor so that it doesn't make sound.
I mean, could we put this on top of Daon, and then Nazmir, you on his shoulders?
On Daon's shoulders.
Yes, because then he wouldn't look short.
Well, he's already kind of tall.
That is like a very tall person that we would be pretending to be.
Perhaps someone more like Zulkifli and I.
The classic 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Yeah, the question is, can Zulkifli carry you?
Thank you.
I am a bit heavy. Kind of
Use
my
your
dad bod.
Okay,
Echo?
maybe you carry Zulkifli. Oh!
Yeah.
Use your echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. How close are we to the pyramid, by the way?
Relatively close. The
Okay.
pyramid
Mesmer.
is like looming kind of over you, and you guys are like in this alleyway in its shadow.
Yeah. Casimir does a little incantation and disguise self, and he looks like one of the cultists.
And I'll
Armor and all.
do a
What kind of mask are you wearing?
Is there any other interesting animals? He's gonna go with what looks like a golden falcon.
Okay.
and I'll do the 2 people in a trench coat thing with my echo then.
How long does your echo last?
As long as I will it, or until it gets destroyed,
And it doesn't weigh anything.
or strays more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
I will tug on my robes as best I can, and as I do, I just want to have a look at this body as well. I'm not going to do a forensic examination, but I'm curious what I see on this body. This way, you remove its clothing.
So
The
there is
creature's disappeared.
The creature's disappeared completely.
yeah.
Okay, we saw its face earlier, but all right. Okay,
Yeah, the
all right, fair
face
enough.
itself looked like it was dried out and preserved. It had
Yeah.
still had its teeth. It had kind of an unhinged jaw.
Okay.
Right.
And had a cloth around its eyes. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But it wasn't completely wrapped.
Just the cloth around its eyes. That's the only cloth you saw.
Okay.
So the people that aren't wearing cloaks are Daon and Astra.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct?
they look with their necroticness.
So Astra will disguise herself as a one of them wearing a camel mask. Height of a regular person.
Casimir, if they had cloths over their eyes, they probably didn't see through normal means. You think they could
Well-
see through your disguise?
I think they could see through your disguise too.
We tried. Point of order, there are 5 robes, so I think there's an extra one for Daon at this point. So Kifli, Kydro, Cormac, that's 3 so far. And Nazmir,
Yeah.
another one. And then there's room for a 5th, so Daon can just take that. He could be the elephant one.
2 magically
Okay.
disguised, 5 normal.
Here we go.
Oh well, one of you's a hippo.
Question
We could have 2 hippos, probably.
Right.
for DM.
Yes.
So
I thought you
Zulkifli,
said
Zulkifli passed him the scarab that he picked up, not the mask, but the little.
Yeah, the
there was
little
like a. Casimir's going to inspect it. Is it magical? Obviously in any way? Any runes or?
On what? Sorry.
There was a little like scarab token that he picked up off the body. The only thing he found.
You can make an investigation check to see if like what you can see on it. You can't just know something's magical from looking at it without like a spell of some sort.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to see if there's any like runes or
But, yeah,
markings
so
on it.
investigation.
Yeah, that's 22.
It does not appear to be magical, but it seems like it might be a key of some sort to a greater mechanical lock.
Yeah, okay. So he'll pass it to whoever's wearing the scarab outfit, assuming those 2 pieces go together. This appears maybe to be a key. Fine.
Mhm.
My magic.
Perhaps that's how we get in.
Okay, we can use this to go inside.
Yeah. So let's be quick because my magic.
Astra, can you heal yourself? No, you cannot. Cormac?
Oh. Cormac, we can heal. The potion worked.
We need to be quick because I can only do this for an hour.
Okay, come.
Okay.
And I guess we make for the. We're all disguised at this point. We make for the pyramid. Walking as best we can, similar to the creatures that we saw.
Okay.
I.e., 2 inches off the ground.
Should we take the body with us?
Perhaps
That's why
we should leave it.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We should ask the woman if they actually physically take them, or
They were. So when you guys were watching, they seemed to be taking him out from the house. So they didn't just kill him for the purpose of killing him, from what you've seen. And she does say that they take people to the pyramid,
okay.
not to be seen again.
All right, so we should definitely take them with.
So you're taking him.
As part of our disguise, you mean?
Okay.
At least that way we don't have to use one of our people. That might put them in danger.
Yeah. And Casimir will insist that those with made-up masks should be in the back. So Astra and
Or
Casimir
kind
will.
of in the middle, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Casimir also looks very much thinner as well. Like the magic isn't just the outfit; it's looks kind of like husk-like on when you're looking at him.
So, and also for clarification, they weren't explicitly floating. There's a low-hanging fog that gave them the appearance that they seem to be like gliding across the ground.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we can, I'd like us to
Try to
start
copy.
moving towards the pyramid, and if we can find if there's fog along the way, we'd kind of walk along that. I will also add, we're keeping an eye out. Zulkifli is keeping an eye out for any other groups of them, and if they are carrying more bodies with them, back with them to the pyramid.
Okay. So I need a group deception check, please.
Deception check.
A straight roll because we tried hard.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Make our way down.
Glad to see we're
Oh shit.
more or less honest.
Wow, these are low.
Bad enough.
Wow. Very consistent with like the 8-9 region guys.
Guys, we're so good at lying.
Kydro, it's fine. We
Biggest-
talked our way.
So for those of you,
we talked our way out of the
'cause-
situation on the
'cause
roof.
people-
We'll be fine.
because people can't
Rufus.
see the rules. That's a 5, a 9, a 14, a 9, an 8, a 5, and an 8.
So
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dayon
Fine.
being the biggest guy is the most convincing.
I mean, how much wisdom can they have? They're
I will
cultists.
give you. So I will say this though. So you guys do have disguises.
Yeah.
You can't. I will say that this is with advantage because you took the disguises. Some of you are using disguise self. That is a fair
Okay.
thing to do.
8 was an advantage for me.
So with Astra, that would be a 20.
A 20 and a 20 for Kydra got a 27 8. Asher got a 20 instead of a 5.
I got a 14 instead of a 9.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah,
Cormac, you're
and
not
an
wearing
11.
anything, right? Or are you?
Yeah, I'm wearing the elephant.
Okay. Okay. So you move throughout the city, and I need a perception check from Zulkifli, please.
Can do. Okay.
Straight roll.
Okay.
It's an 8.
So as of right now, you do not see any of these alkalites kind of moving throughout the city with you, but you are taking this body. But you do notice there's a few people kind of like peering out their windows occasionally as you move closer to the pyramid. You kind of make your way into this greater courtyard area that lays out before the pyramid. There are these once magnificent statues and monuments before, as it's this long white path that leads up to these stone steps that goes up to the greater part of the pyramid at the top, with these braziers leading up to it that are extinguished. As you come to the courtyard, you're not stopped. There doesn't appear to be any other acolytes available for you to see. Do you make your way into the courtyard and up the pyramid? Yep.
Yep.
No objections. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you move up the steps, you get about halfway, and it's a lot of steps, a lot of stairs. I need a con save from everybody, please.
I love that. Nat one.
Jesus Christ, what is these
Oh,
rolls?
gross. Concept, yeah, that one.
15. And for Astra,
Four.
a 16 as well.
13 for Casimir.
Okay.
I got 11.
We're carrying a body too. This will be fun.
Yeah, it's quite laboring for many of you. As you know, stairs are not always something that you've been accustomed to. Last time you climbed stairs, you fell off a mountain. Just a fair reminder of what happened here.
Well, actually, the last time we walked upstairs was walking out of an acid pool, so that wasn't too great either, to be honest.
Stairs are once again the greatest enemy known to man.
Fuck cardio.
Or at
I
least
will
to our
say anybody
party.
who rolled below a 10 will gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh, there we go.
We're at 7 natural ones.
There
So
we go.
3 more, and we have to do another set of things.
7 at once. Wow.
7 at once a session, and there's someone we've only rolled 1 or 2.
Yeah, a lot of natural 20s
Like
too.
3 or 4 nat 20.
Rolls of roll this session are not the best, but you know, you continue to move up the stairs, and you find yourself at the opening at the top of this pyramid. It feels cold. It feels dark. There's just this slight wind, the sound of in the stale air that seems to be coming out of this. There was once beautiful and artistically done artwork along this hallway that lays before you, but it seems faded, almost aged drastically. And that's not the Oshtolmut that was described to you. And as you kind of like are able to look over the city, this massive once oasis in the middle of the desert, it just is dark and foggy and dreary and cold. Even the moon's light, as it tries to shine down on this land, seems to be dimmed and diffused as it makes its way through the skies. And now you have the feeling that some harsh and horrible curse has truly taken over the city. Do you go into the pyramid?
Yeah. Looking for any acolytes along the way, I suppose, unless we are alone.
There are no acolytes.
What about the acolytes?
We are the acolytes.
No acolytes I got, but all right, never mind.
Acolytes. Shut up.
Okay.
So no acolytes. So you guys move down this hallway, and after moving for just a couple minutes, it's not a very big hallway. You find yourself in like an antechamber with these pillars supporting this roof. A number of passageways lay before you. There's stairs leading down to the left, stairs leading down to the right. Still no acolytes seen. In the middle of this square room is a statue of a sphinx laying down in a position. But as you look up, its face, its head, has been defaced. It's been sabotaged in some way, as it has been crumbled and seems to be turning to dust.
Did its nose fall off?
Ah.
Oh no.
And as you look around, the whole pyramid itself seems to be weathering away. There are cracks in the pillars. There's trickles of sand occasionally sprinkling down from the ceiling before you. What seemed to be brilliant shining gold is now tarnished and faded.
We still have that wand. This seems like the place that would have secret passages.
Astra has it. Soul's having a look at the decayed Sphinx. Is it kind of all throughout, falling apart?
Yep.
Any obvious sign of injury?
Injury for...
Oh, I just mean like damage, like has it been bashed into or anything like that?
No,
This is the
it's
Sphinx.
all of every structure inside, not necessarily like someone took a hammer to it, but it's age, it's decay from elements.
Something that should take
Thousands of
decades
years.
or thousands of years
Of wind.
This place is sick. Something is happening here. This curse is spreading. Inside, we must find out the answer.
Yes, we must find Nauticat.
So which way?
You have left or right?
It is the stairs up or down?
There you go down, because you're at the top of the pyramid. You only can go down.
Okay.
Does the Wand of Secrets find anything if Astra uses it?
Well, she has to use it.
Sure.
Let me tell you.
Astra uses the Wand of Secrets.
Okay. So there is a switch that is revealed on the other side of the Sphinx at the base of this plinth that it's on. The one rings out, the bell on the tip of the one rings out, and it glows.
Try it out.
Just like a
Yes.
Okay.
like a
Oh,
switch.
Kydro, press the switch.
I pressed the switch.
With a shuddering sound, the statue moves off to the side.
Gotta.
Well, that seems like the way to go, right?
Going straight.
Nice.
And before you is a staircase leading down.
no, no, so.
Oh man. Is there another way we can like go down here?
We
That-
should
that-
take
that
the
doesn't
Stairs to
secret
the
stair.
left, stairs to the right, and then stairs in
Yeah.
the middle now. All leading down, but you don't know where.
Down
Why did
So
it
let's
have to be
go-
staircases?
the middle staircase.
It's
Yes,
easier to go down.
The secret way.
Yeah. Okay. Zul's gonna sniff for the dead.
Okay,
Sniff
make a
for dead
perception
smell.
check.
Okay. I guess it's a straight roll because I'm exhausted. It's
Yep.
24.
24. It doesn't smell like death. What you get the smell of is very pungent herbs. You get this sharp, almost like tangy smell in your nose as well. That kind of burns as well.
Okay. This way.
And a hint of
Down.
vanilla. So you go down. This is the
Yeah.
middle staircase. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you head down this staircase, it gets dark. Those of you without dark vision cannot see for a moment.
So Astra.
But not only Astra, I guess. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lead Astra with us. Yeah. But Zul's eyes kind of glimmer. You can see.
In the distance, as the staircase leads down for quite some time, getting darker and colder, you eventually see the flicker of light as it levels out, and there's now a hallway, and it opens up into a room in the distance. But all you can see is the flicker of whatever torchlight they have in that room so far. How would you like to proceed?
Well, we're disguised. It would look more strange if we were sneaky.
The one with the scarab should take the lead. They seem to be the leader of the group.
Oh.
I forget who that was.
I'm pretty sure it's you, my friend.
You have the scarab mask.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's
okay.
disguised.
Gotta go
It.
talk on my-
I think it
Oh,
actually.
that's right.
No,
We gave
no.
it to somebody.
The one who had this was the lizard one. So, Kaido, here. Crocodile mask.
So as you are now moving down this hallway, you eventually, before you enter into the room, you see that there is a stone table at its center. There are a number of jars and herbs and tools laid out with a single acolyte currently what appears to be embalming a body. You watch as he takes this long instrument with a hook at the end where he kind of sticks it up the nostril, and you hear this like almost slimy slicking popping sound as he begins to pull out pieces of the brain out through the nose.
Did you catch that, podcast listeners?
Yeah, can we get an audio visual for the
Love it.
podcast?
I love it.
And with this final popping sound, he looks up and notices you.
I'm gonna quietly say to
We
the
don't look the old man.
You're gonna just lift up the old man?
and then we should move towards him.
All right. So he seems to be finishing up the process, and two more acolytes are going to step out from a chamber further ahead where there seems to be this greenish glow. And as the door, like the stone door opens and they step in, you notice that there is a swirling, what appears to be a portal in the room before you.
Mm-hmm.
And the door's closed. They take the body back through the door. I guess you can place the body on the table.
Yeah.
Did those two leave again, and it's just the one guy, or
It's just the one guy right now.
Yeah.
let's?
Let's who's rush first.
I want to try to wordlessly, kind of, with a look, suggest to Zulkifli that we get ready to ambush this guy.
I don't see his eyes through the mask, so I just look at his posture like.
Make an inside check with disadvantage, Kifley.
Okay.
I want to give him a straight roll with my.
Nate, I want you to make a performance check.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Jasper's getting ready to cast a cantrip already.
10
No.
out of 10.
What did you get, Zulkifli?
Oh, a 6.
6. You have no idea what he's trying to like.
Okay, so I go with the motion, which is putting the old man's body on the table, and then I stand back and I watch what this other acolyte will do.
Okay, so you guys put the body on the table, and he immediately starts to start embalming the body. He removes the clothes and starts to first wash it. It seems that they are well versed in this practice and expertly preparing it for whatever may lie beyond the stone doors.
I want to summon my echo behind this guy where he can't see it.
Aren't you using it for your disguise right now?
The rope just kind of collapses down.
Also, Casimir fires a firebolt.
Nope, I said it.
Oh no!
All right, roll to attack with a fireball.
All right.
Is it straight? Because it's a sneak, or is it?
It is a
in the
straight
room
roll.
with him.
That
Yeah.
is a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
You guys don't really get to
19.
prepare anything else. 19.
Yeah.
That hits.
Hey, I get to be the reckless one this time. see, what is that? 2d10.
Here we go.
So that is 12 fire damage. Is it doubled this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 24.
24 points of fire damage. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's not really that strong. He's quite weak. So you just launch out a firebolt as he's like beginning to cut a incision down the chest to remove the heart, and he just incinerates and burns away. And as this robe burns away, you see this withered and embalmed face revealed to you, eyeless sockets of the skull, and just like as it shrieks, its jaw opens and there's like holes revealing in the side of its face, and it just like crumbles to the ground, a smoldering corpse on the ground.
They're making more.
Very good. Yes, they are making more. Good work. Okay,
Now,
everyone, fire
I
only.
think-
Okay.
I think we should hide on the sides of the door because those two are probably coming back, and ambush them when they return.
Okay. Okay. Good.
So you guys gonna hide?
Yeah.
I need
Go
stealth
back.
checks
Yeah.
with advantage. Everybody, please.
Casimir will pick up the mask as he walks past.
With
Okay.
advantage.
With advantage because
Cool.
Well, I'm getting a 14 either way, I
I'll do a
guess.
straight roll because I'm exhausted. I guess disadvantage cancels that advantage.
It's a straight roll for Casimir.
So I actually have a question, right?
21.
you ask questions better than anyone else I know.
Excellent. I like that. So this stone door that we're waiting like right outside of, right? To try to ambush these people.
Mm-hmm.
What is the positioning of that compared to like the chair that this dude was being embalmed on?
So it's
Or like
the stone table is in the center of a square room with like these ledges around it that have all these tools in jars where they put the organs and they use the tools for the stuff. On the opposite side of the hallway where you entered is the stone door, and there's like this indentation in the wall before you get to the door. Like the frame has like 5 feet and then door. So if you guys are on both sides of this thing, they have to walk 5 feet before they're able to see you.
And I would like to leave my echo with a robe standing at the table back to the door.
Okay.
Your short echo.
Is your echo tangible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Can your echo
would it-
float?
Huh?
Can your echo float?
Technically, yes.
I would like Hydro to hide, like kind of behind the table, on the other side of the door, so that he's like right there.
Okay.
As part of this, because
Did
he
you-
has an idea.
Okay, roll yourself.
Got it.
I have my longbow drawn, by the way. Great to go.
Noted.
He's stealthing it
At
up.
this point, it has been an hour. Your
25.
disguise self drops.
Oh. There you go. All right.
25. Okay.
Mhm.
You guys begin to hear once more.
Cormac also have his longbow drawn.
I think we should all prepare an attack, by the way.
That's cool.
Yep. First sign of them.
Yeah,
Pretty
Casimir.
I
will-
guess what Daon will
Be sure.
stand beside the door with his axe readied. I rolled the stealth because I thought we were just all rolling a stealth. Was it with
Yep.
advantage or?
With advantage, yep.
Okay, so I got a 21, I
21.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
21.
2 figures, the stone door once again begins to open. And I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Casimir's
Oh.
holding a burning hands, by the way.
It's like you're right there.
Hydro.
We've got a chromatic orb. Does it close again behind them?
Not yet. They step into the room and they seem to try to get
Acolyte?
the attention of the echo. Yeah, they're black robed acolytes.
Okay.
What do you all do?
Casimir was holding burning hands.
Fire.
Yeah, I guess
And
that's
I've
happening.
got chromatic
Are
orb.
you all attacking?
Yeah.
I guess we are.
What
I
was
guess-
Hydro doing? Because you seem to have something that you want to do specifically when they walked to the table.
Yes. So since we're going for it, I'm just gonna go for it. So, quick question: How wide is the door frame? Is it like 5 feet?
The door is 15 feet and its length with 5 foot depth. The door is 20 feet tall. It is a
So the
very
width is
large
15
stone
feet.
door. The table's about 10 feet long.
And how many feet away is the table from the door?
25.
Again? 25. So Kydro is just gonna sprint. He's gonna lunge straight over the table, 5 feet, and as soon as these guys are in his range, Breath of the Dragon fire cone straight at them.
Okay, that's a dex save for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they both fail. They got a natural 2 and 3, so.
Nice.
All right, so everybody is attacking at the same time. So Zulkifli got a 30 for his longbow. Cormac got a 19 for his. Zulkifli gets another attack. Or maybe that's damage, sorry.
Really quick.
That's just a deck save for me.
Wait. Oh. So does extra
Also-
attack work in this instance?
Actually,
Sneak attack would work because you were hidden.
No, extra attack.
No, he doesn't. He didn't do an extra attack. He just did extra piercing damage, I think. Or he, just, he rolled his piercing damage. They
Usually
missed the dex
surprise round
saves
is a
for burning
reaction.
hands.
Sorry.
And so you only get 1 attack each, guys. But from your damage that I'm seeing,
Oh, okay.
these
yeah.
guys just
And I
get
got a
lit
nat
up.
20.
They're you guys know they're susceptible to fire
Yeah.
damage. They are done. We had so much damage just get rolled. So
Too
they're
much
done.
math.
The door
You're
remains open
You're
though.
done.
Okay. Hold on. Save your stuff. Okay, let's go.
And
Wait,
the-
let me do
it's
this
a
for a
portal
while.
on
and
the
then
other side, or is there anything else?
There
No,
is.
we go. Right, yeah. The doors are open, and there's a portal there
Yep.
for us to dive
A
through.
very
Cool.
large portal. That's 2 stone obelisks with the magic connecting the 2 of them.
Okay,
Green in color.
And just to
We-
check, is that the only thing in there?
Make a perception check as you run in.
I mean, I can try to identify what's happening here, but it would take time. Are we sure we want to rush into this?
Doesn't seem to be anything else. So you're all running in. You already declared it. Are you all going into the portal?
This is our chance.
What are
Yeah,
ready
I
to
don't know what
attack
else we're
before it
gonna
goes through
do.
the portal.
The whispering's ominous.
Wait, were we running into the portal?
Asmir hesitates.
It looks like all there is.
What are y'all doing? The door has closed
Well-
behind you.
Into the portal. Go, 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 go.
What?
Go.
Fuck it. Send it. Let's
I
go.
think we should.
Send it. Kydro's
This
diving
kills
into
us.
the portal.
There's nothing else in the room.
Not
Well,
that
I
you're,
rolled
not your
6,
fault, but
so
now you
I
guys
don't
are
know.
in. So
It doesn't seem like
I
it.
need a decision in 3, 2.
Go.
Okay, you're
Yes,
going.
I'm
Alright.
ready to go.
So you guys dive into the portal, and for a
And
moment,
all-
it feels like you're being whisked away in between space and time, and you're being pulled. And you all find yourself stepping out on the other side.
It wasn't so
a-
bad.
What do we see on the other side?
Square room.
Okay.
Okay.
Stone floor, very dark with these dull, low light torches illuminating. Small trails of sand are currently sprinkling down from the ceiling as you guys realize that you are currently in some sort of chamber underground.
We see any way out of the chamber, or just through the way we just came?
Make a perception check. This is a large room. It is about 30 by 30 feet.
The
13.
13.
Is it lit?
Low lit torches.
I suggest we find some place to hide again.
The
You
portal's
guys
still
seem-
there.
The portal is not active on the other side. You guys step through and now you're here. Let me get you some ambient sounds to give you a better idea of how it feels in this dark, scary room. Spooky.
no.
Probably like
Now, question I had about the floor: is it like stone tile or just like straight smooth stone,
Stone
like
tile.
a cave?
but it's
Stone tile.
uneven.
Oh, those are
Oh,
troubles.
uneven stone tile. Can Kydro do something really quick?
No.
You
I
don't have
mean-
to ask. You just have to tell me what you're doing.
No, stop it,
yeah,
Hydra.
And then I tell you if you
All
succeed or
right.
not, depending on a number of things.
Kydra's gonna take out a crowbar. Guys, I got an idea.
Where
This
did
is
you
gonna
keep
be
that?
great. I keep it in my satchel for my crowbar. And then he's going to just start crowbarring a tile right off the floor. He's just gonna try to get it under there, and he's just gonna finesse it all the way off.
Okay, make a strength check.
All right. Oh wait, that's a saving throw. The modifier is a -1. That's a 5.
Would the
something.
crowbar give him advantage? That's usually what they do.
Yeah, it gives you advantage.
12.
You lift up the tile.
Can I grab it real quick?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna scrape the tile against the stone of another tile. Stone on stone, right? And I would like to humbly request that you play the stone scraping MP3 effect.
I don't know if I have a stone scraping effect.
Do the
That door
scrape that you
open.
did for the door.
That's a very big. Okay. I'll
It's a big ask.
Excellent.
Nice.
Is that all you wanted?
Thank
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all-
Is that
that's
all
all I
that was for?
That's what it was for.
I'll never get that
just-
time back.
Okay.
Now he has a tile in his inventory,
Stone
and it's
tile.
gonna be crucial later.
Make him do
Is
it
there
again.
anything below the tile?
It's a secret.
So
door.
what are you all doing? There does not appear to be an
Okay.
exit to this room.
Are there obelisks behind us?
Is there anything under the tile? That's a good question.
Just more stone.
Okay.
Um,
So
No obelisk
obelisks
behind
in
you.
the
You're
room.
in an empty square room
Let's-
outside torches.
Let's use the wand again. It's got 3 uses per day. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's Astra. Can you use your magic wand again?
Just do the thingy. Use the wand.
Give me
Accio
exactly what item does once more. I kind of
let me
imagine this
read
in my
Recharges.
mind.
If a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points to the one nearest to you.
Okay, so there
The effect
there
lasts
is
for
a stone tile
little bit.
that is illuminated about halfway across the room.
So you have the right
not halfway,
idea.
like a few steps ahead. There's just one stone tile that illuminates.
Mm-hmm.
You
Crowbar.
get your crossbar. Yeah, crowbar.
Seems like
Oh.
probably a trap.
So you're gonna go and you're gonna start using the crowbar on it.
I'm gonna use my crowbar activation powers.
Okay. So you go and you put
Natural.
you put the crowbar underneath the tile and you hear something, and then the room shutters and the walls to your left and your right
Oh, what?
begin to start moving closer to you.
Mm-hmm. That's about expected.
Okay. Look
Is
at
there
the
an
ceiling. What do we see?
So the sand is starting to pour a little bit faster with the vibration. It is just there's
Sand
like small
pouring? Okay.
trickles from holes in this old ancient ceiling, but the overall the walls are starting to come towards you, shuttering and moving slowly. So you imagine that you might have seconds. And speaking of which, I have 2 minutes on the board for the party to figure out a way out of this situation.
Well, can you
Yeah,
give
I
us a
have a
description of the complete description of the room again? Like, let's say
It is
it's
a
about
square
blank, empty
room with
with nothing
stone
in it?
tiles and low lit torches, and that is it.
I have a question. What would those walls that are coming towards us? What would those sound like? You know, what would those
It
sound
sound
like?
This
like
is
stone
taking your
on-
time.
It just sounds like stone scraping on stone.
This is
Precious
taking your
time.
time. Okay.
Are all of the
Yeah.
torches lit or any of them unlit?
Make looking around, they don't appear to be any different from the others.
Hydro is gonna try to take all the torches off the walls.
All right. For the sake of this, there's about 2 torches per wall. 2 in the middle on the one side, 2 on each of the walls coming towards you, and 2 from the back in the middle. So they don't get smashed. So,
And quick
1
question to
through
clarify.
8. Pick a number first, Kydro. Which one are you gonna do
6.
first? 6. So this is gonna be the one on your right wall. You go over and you pull. It just comes out of the sconce, clatters to the ground, extinguishes.
All right, another.
41 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I help him.
Dion will start
Yeah,
helping
that's
him.
what helps as
So
well.
you all start pulling out the torches. So you all pull
Yes,
different
bonus.
numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we have to work with.
Yeah.
That is nothing. Nothing happens for that.
Was the wand able to get the effect of the whole area?
It
At
does
once?
the
Okay.
closest one to you.
Kaidro,
Okay.
hit the
Um,
target again.
Punch.
Nothing
Is it-
happens.
Esmer's
Can
gonna
you
check
pull-
the
can you pull
far
it up
wall.
then, or no? Okay.
I want
See
to
if
try.
there's-
I want to try turning one of the sconces and see what happens.
All right, so make an investigation check there, Casimir.
Yeah. Okay. Investigation check. That's terrible. 5.
Does anybody want to help him? I'll let you help him.
Yep.
I'll help.
I'll help him.
Yep.
All right.
I
with
want to try to
advantage.
wedge a couple of the torches
6.
into the wall.
You don't see anything, but you get the idea that there might be something on the wall that could help you.
Yeah. There might be something over here.
Okay.
Let's
The wall
keep
that looks
exploring
like-
You
the
want to
wall.
check again?
Like wall?
Start checking the wall. Someone else make an investigation check.
The wall that.
I'll do it.
Sure.
Checking the walls. Investigation check from Kydro. Activate.
I'll help him.
Never mind.
Crit.
Hydro do it.
Natural 20.
Crit.
You notice that
Crit.
there is a small scarab-sized hole in the wall.
Use the key. Use the key.
Hit the scarab into the wall. Boom.
Scarab in the wall.
The walls stop, and you guys manage to get out. I gave you a couple extra seconds because you guys
Because
were
we did
asking
the stone
dumb shit.
sound.
Well, the wall
Okay.
stop. The wall opens up
Oh,
in
shit.
front of you and revealing another hallway.
Oh fuck.
When we got a timer, it's not the time for jokes.
Oh yeah, I was
Oh,
ready
my
for
For jokes.
I was ready for Cormac to shoot a wall and it bounces everywhere and everybody has to
He's gonna try
dodge.
shooting the stone wall 3 times.
Shut up.
They're dying in there, R2. They're dying in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kydro has continued his trend of setting off every trap.
I'm a little short
Alright,
for a stormtrooper, guys.
I'm gonna continue what I was
Let's go
doing.
through the hallway.
Okay.
We should
continue that.
probably keep an eye out for further traps.
Yes.
Forgot that
sure.
that could be a trap.
Hang on a second. I have some unfinished business in this room. And Kydro's gonna keep collecting all the torches and shove them in his bag.
You get 8 torches. Congratulations.
Nice.
Excellent.
Actually,
And he
not bad.
takes the time to like crowbar off the sconces and
Mhm.
He's gonna look so nice in my future home.
Give one to Astra.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Let's
He got you
continue.
a
On.
sconce.
Yeah.
That's
Give me the light.
He looks at
Okay.
Kydro sconce.
So we continue down this hallway. What do we see?
So the hallway leads, it's straight for as far as you can see for now. Before you start moving down it.
well. Let's keep
Yeah,
going.
We have nowhere else to go but forward. Watch out for traps. Kydro, don't touch
Who's in
anything.
the lead and whoever's in the lead, if you want to make an investigation check, go ahead.
New guy, take the lead.
Oh, really? I really appreciate you letting me be in front of everybody.
That's an intelligence check. Have fun.
I will lead with Cormac.
Casimir leads into so if he's like, make sure if there's a trap, he steps through it first. He's new, so we can afford to. You know.
Is this hazing?
Okay.
Initiation.
Whoever's in the lead, I need an investigation check,
And-
please.
Yeah.
So-
And
10.
The,
All right.
is
Can I
that
help
a lead, or- okay.
20 for investigation.
20. All right. So you move forward, and you do notice that there are a few more traps ahead that would have caused excruciating pain and probably death.
Mhm.
But you managed to avoid them. As you now come to a T intersection. But the intersection itself, it goes 20 feet in both directions to the left and right, and then there's a hallway leading forward from there.
Maybe we should explore both at the same time and come back. Peek around the corners.
Maybe.
Okay.
So be
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's going to the left?
Let's
Um,
Let's all try the left first. Okay.
Okay,
And then we
yeah.
see what's in there. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Right.
So you guys turn to the left, you go down about 20 feet, You turn to the right and you find a rectangular. It kind of opens up to a rectangular area, not much larger than the hallway you're currently in, but there are a number of, all the tiles are clearly step triggers.
Hmm.
And on the other side of this hallway, you can clearly see that there are 2 levers.
Levers, huh?
How many step triggers did we see?
It is, what do I have here? A 6x8 rectangle of squares.
Okay. Do you
Oh,
guys
okay.
have 10 minutes?
Yeah. Okay.
Do we want to just very quickly see what's the other direction? For purposes of knowing.
10 minutes. We can. Casimir, you can check this, and then someone we can see in the other side. But probably something else.
We'll take a look at the other way first before I spend 10 minutes taking off this plate armor.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Taking off your armor. Okay.
Well, it's like I could fly over the obvious traps and maybe hit the lever.
So we pivot as one, and then we go back up the
Yeah,
hallway.
so you go
and
to
check
the
out
other
right side.
hallway to the right.
Yeah.
Same room.
Like the exact same room, just from a different angle.
It appears to be that they're mirrored copies of each other with 2 levers on the other side.
Okay. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
let's observe the tiles. Do they have anything like writing on them or anything?
What do they have? No, is
The
there any writing
levers.
at all throughout? Any carvings? Any symbols like
Nope.
that? Okay. Any little holes, receptacles anywhere in the wall that might fit a golden scarab?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Or
Oh, it's fine. I'm gonna ask this every time we enter a new room now, and it's okay. I'll do that.
or does holding the scarab, does it react at all
Yeah.
in either of these
No.
rooms?
I got a 7 unless I get help.
I mean,
I'm-
sure, I could help unless the DM objects.
I don't object.
Okay, 20.
20. Okay, so there are small holes in the sides of the wall in the ceiling. It's only like a 10-foot tall ceiling. It's a very short space to not allow anyone to like jump or anything like that. So 10-foot tall, and there are all kinds of things where things can come out of.
Okay, so 2 death traps, both identical.
And what's in the middle of the T again?
Nothing. So it's just like the
Nothing?
hallway that you came from, hallways, rooms, identical rooms.
Okay. And at the end of each hallway, does it look like it could open?
There's a door on the other side with 2 levers on both
Okay.
sides.
And then it's the same for the other
So
room.
there's
Okay.
yeah, so there's 4 levers, 2 doors, a 6x8
Yeah.
tile area.
I have an idea. Kaidro, sorry. I know you were going to say that. We have ropes. I take my armor off, fly over there, we attach the ropes under the levers.
I will say that with the space, you would know that you can't exactly fly in this space.
No, okay.
It requires a very like almost hummingbird accuracy to fly, which
Okay.
you don't have
We-
with your wings.
We throw Nazmir,
You're gonna have to toss me.
or Nazmir,
Don't
you
tell
use
me
your
off about
echo, and you use your echo.
Don't tell the half elf.
And is it, how far is the room? How long?
45 feet.
Okay, so too far for your invisible man.
Convenient. Yeah. Also, I want to know if these are the types of tiles that would fall away underneath you, or if they're just simply for
Pressure
triggering.
plates.
Yeah. Anybody got something heavy enough that we could test a few, tossing on them?
Okay, do you have some torches, Kaidro?
Or anybody
No.
have like a stick?
Or a tile?
I have this flagon.
We have
No.
a tile. It comes
Listen.
into play.
Oh no, a room where we can potentially overthink things. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
We should just test the tiles ahead of us.
So
with
if we pick up
something
a little stone,
heavy.
like a piece of tile or rock or anything like that might be lying around.
Listen, the only way you're getting this
We back
stone
up into
off
the
me
hallway.
is if we're able to scrape it against the trapdoors. All right, think about it.
We back up into
But
the
we'll
hallway.
set them off.
Throw the rock onto one of the tiles. What happens?
So you're gonna roll a d4, please.
Okay, cool. D4 coming up. That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Yeah, 2.
The pressure plate goes down. You hear a clicking sound, and that's it. Nothing else happens.
Did that tile look any different? Like a different material, different stone?
Nope.
Try the tile next to it.
And real quick, are there holes and stuff just starting at the tiles, or do they start further
They're
back?
all around the room.
Okay.
Okay, I throw a rock at the tile next to it.
Nothing.
It might not be heavy enough, possibly.
It
Or the
clicks.
trap.
It did click.
The trap may be expended already.
Maybe. There are a lot of variables.
Would you like me to test the trap out?
No. No. You're already missing part of your torso.
I'm not missing
so
it. It's just weird.
Nazmir, you can send your echo
True.
and maybe change places with it.
Let
And
me summon
maybe
my echo on one of the tiles we already tested, just to make sure.
Same thing happens. It presses down. Nothing that you
Okay.
can see.
How wide are the tiles? Like, are they like 5-foot squares?
They take up the entire space. There's no place where you could step in this room without triggering a tile until you're on the other side where the levers are.
No, yeah. I just mean, are the tiles themselves 5-foot
Mhm.
squares? Okay. And we've triggered 2 tiles going forward?
Side by side.
yeah,
Side by side or
so
going forward?
Either-
Side by side, you can. Are you gonna pick up the items that you put on there, by the way, or just?
The rocks.
I mean, they're right in front of you.
Oh.
Let me send my.
That wasn't a hint, by the way. I don't think it was a hint.
I know. Let me send my echo just in a straight line, 30 feet until it disappears.
Right, as it continues to step on tiles, you hear clicking sounds. It clearly triggered the tiles. Nothing that you can see happens.
So we have 2 handles. The traps are clearly not active at this time. I'm assuming one of these
That one
levers
30 feet
activates the traps and the other one opens something.
forward? Sorry.
That would be my assumption. So they're not currently active, so if we choose poorly, the person who activates it is trapped.
Could I go quickly and look at the other side and see if anything happened over there?
Yeah. So
Okay,
you go to the
quick,
room
fast.
and you
Fast,
see
yeah.
scorch marks.
Or the opposite.
Are they just everywhere? Is that how it works, or are they on the tiles?
In the
that-
first row
correlate?
of tiles.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back and relay that. It seems to have triggered
But-
some fire on the other side.
So for the other room then. Oh crap. Okay. So easy
Why-
for one side.
Why would
Maybe
that?
it's both sides just activate each other. It's safe to walk down this one and flick the levers. That's what I'm
What?
gathering.
Why would it activate the other side if we only have to go down one side?
Okay.
Maybe we don't only have to go
So-
down one side and they expect us
First
to go down
one,
two.
then and the other.
Okay.
So, okay.
There's enough of us. If we spread out, we have one person go in and we kind of call it what happens in the other end based on what we do.
We have a pair of sending stones still, don't we?
That seems
Yeah.
like a waste of magic.
First thing, and Zulkif is going to go up to the tiles and he's going to put his foot down on one of the tiles that's sunk down. He's going to put his foot down, gently apply pressure until he can stand on it. Any change?
Nope.
It's only
Puts another
active.
foot down, this time on another tile further forward.
So as you reach your foot
Pretty solid.
forward, it bounces off some sort of invisible force.
My foot does? Oh.
Yeah, before you can get to the second row.
My echo was fine though. It went through.
Okay.
Technically, it shouldn't have, but I forgot about that part. That's my bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Something here.
Okay.
No.
maybe we both have to do it at the same time, and that's what's keeping us from going forward.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I volunteer.
Uh-huh.
Same plan.
Okay.
So we have
Yeah.
one person going in each room. We have people communicating between us because we can communicate that way. Because how long did the sending stones work for?
Is that just once a day?
Once
Or-
a day, one sending.
Yeah.
message.
Message.
So there should be enough for us to call it when to step forward. We do a countdown from that, and then hopefully that'll work.
How about we save it for something unexpected?
Well, I'm not saying
If
sending.
we-
We just use normal people. One person's in the middle.
Messengers.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I shout very loud, and then
No.
we'll know. Okay.
And if
I'll go-
they
So
scream really
who
loud,
is
they're
going
dying.
into the left room?
I'll go over to the right side.
I'm already here. Yeah.
Is it fire?
Just gonna stay in here.
There, you've seen fire. That's all you've seen so far.
Fire on that right side and just holes for something on this side.
I'll do the left. If there's fire,
I'll-
at least I can hopefully partially survive that.
So
Me
there's
too.
7 of you. So 4 are going into one room, 3 are going into the other.
I can
Sure.
withstand fire more
Or-
than the average person as well.
So
Okay, and we need
Casimir
two people for
and
two.
Dion are going into the left room, along with Zulkifli. Is that what I'm understanding?
Zol's gonna stay put here on this
On the
side.
right? Okay,
where
so
he is. Yeah.
let me write this down so we don't forget.
Yeah.
So we have Dion and Casimir in the left. We'll put Astra also in the left since Aspen is playing her, and then everybody else in the right. So Cormac,
Yep.
Zul,
Mm,
Nazmir. I'm sorry, in the right. Nazmir, and then Kydro.
Hydro.
All right. We're gonna play a fun little game. Not Aspen, Dion. So we're gonna play a fun little game, guys. Are you ready for this?
Oh no.
I
Two
think so.
of you
Sure.
are gonna be
Inkwell will do the fourth
two of
tile.
you on each sides are gonna be the ones to step on the tile. There are 6 tiles in total. Each row, so there's 8 rows, 6 tiles. Each person on each side is gonna roll a d6. If you roll the d6, the same as somebody on the other side, you trigger each other's traps, and you will
Oh.
take damage from the traps.
okay.
Can we have Astra not be one of those people?
Yeah. Can we have Astra just hang at the back,
Yeah.
like under
Yeah.
protect?
So
cool.
it would be Casimir
With it.
and Dion on one side. Those are your 2 contestants on one side.
Mm-hmm. Zol and someone else.
There's a
I'll do it.
33% chance on both sides to trigger.
Okay.
And so who's
So
going to
I
do the
can
other side?
Hydro.
Kydro
Oh.
and
Oh, okay. Zol and Kaija.
The
All
new
right,
guy
Kadra and Nazmir?
picking.
let's get
Dion.
some
Azul
fun
offered
music
before I did,
going.
huh?
So you guys step on the first row of tiles.
Okay.
You've already triggered them.
Sure.
With that, your respective rooms close off behind you. The torches behind you illuminate, and it's time to play the game. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
Why is there a puppet riding a tricycle?
everybody, as you step on the first row of traps, I need those 4 people to all roll d6s, please.
Alright.
Oh shit.
Yo, Nat 6.
5.
Oh. Oh no, we're fine. So Zol and Kaija both rolled 5s.
Okay, Zol and Kydra both rolled 5s. I need
Yeah.
Dion's roll, please.
Dion rolled a 6.
A 6.
Oh shit, we're good.
666.
Wow.
All right.
Good thing
So
you're
upon you guys stepping forward on the traps, both sides are going to take
What?
We can't roll the
As-
same dice.
Shit.
Oh, I thought it was on the
So-
opposite sides.
Only one person on each side has to roll the same dice, and the trap for that row is triggered. So there's 4
Well-
rolls. If let's say, okay, so I just want to make this clear. If Dion and Casimir both roll a 6, you're fine.
They did.
But
Is Cormac on the other side from us?
because
No, Cormac's
Cormac,
with
Right.
wait, Cormac's not even rolling.
Oh,
Why
my
did
bad.
Cormac roll? That's why. Okay, so
I heard
what
him
did
just
you?
playing
dice.
So Kifley, what did you roll?
5
Five.
and Kaido
5 and Kaido
rolled
rolled 5. So you guys are fine. You don't take any damage that first round.
Yay.
Maybe
Cormac,
scared.
stay put.
Clinton.
Yeah, Cormac's playing dice. You're just seeing like what he's like. He's dragon dicing.
He's
And
like,
with that,
"I'm-"
there is a slight shimmer as the next rope is available to you. I need those 4 people, and only those 4 to roll their d6s, please.
Okay, here we go. 1.
2,
Come on.
1.
Come on. Come on.
All right. All
Get out
right.
of my ones.
Hydro. No.
No, we're good. We're 2 ones. We're
Oh.
2 ones on this side. Yeah.
All right.
Dion?
We'll stay on.
Dion rolled a 5.
Wow.
5.
"Hey,
Okay.
Same as Kaijiro.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Kaijiro rolled a 5 last round.
There's
Okay.
once again
Oh,
a
yeah,
click, and you can move on to the next row.
Okay, okay.
Alright.
Good. Maybe they are burning, or maybe they are fine. We will find out.
All right. D6. Here we go. Okay, 6.
Okay,
Wait,
so last time. Again,
3.
2.
Oh.
All right, you guys are
Ooh.
good once again.
Armor
That is round 3. You have
Okay, round 3.
5 more.
5 more.
Okay.
Okay.
Stressful.
I know, right? I love this.
2 again.
2.
He rolled
That's
a
what we
D.
got a 3. No.
4.
4.
3. Okay.
4.
Oh no!
So you guys rolled the same ones?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yep.
when you guys step forward, and there's a clicking sound, and you guys start to get sprayed with acid. As this almost like fire sprinklers from the ceiling is raining down upon you. That's going to be 23 points of acid damage.
Ooh,
Absorb
I'm
elements.
gonna absorb elements on that acid damage because I don't want
Yeah.
to take that.
Casimir is also absorbing.
Wait. Okay. So it's acid damage on both sides, and there's no save for it.
No.
Okay.
No. So
Damn.
23 halved is 11 or 12.
Okay, that's
23
it.
Running down it would be 11. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's not do that again because I can only do that one more time.
I'm hoping they're okay over there. I don't know if Kaidra's saying anything.
We still proceed over, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
3.
No.
3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Gotta
And
be
you
some
guys
benefit
are
here.
able to swap out with somebody because all the traps behind you are disabled as you
Are
move
triggered.
along. So,
Yeah.
I thought the room's closed off though.
I mean,
In
you
front,
still have,
not
like, you
behind.
have Astra to swap out with, and they have Nazmir and Cormac to swap out with on their side.
Yeah.
Astra's not going anywhere near these traps.
So,
No.
okay. That was round 5. You get 3 more rounds. Next round,
Okay.
please.
So far, so
Right.
good. 3.
All right. 4. Okay.
Okay.
3.
Oh. Okay.
What did Dion get?
Yeah, I got a 4, right?
Dion got a 3. Casimir got a 4.
Oh no!
Wait,
Here we go again.
3.
so you guys
Okay.
you guys take
Yeah, I got a
damage.
3. Yeah.
So we suck.
Okay.
This time it's
What
gonna be fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
These flamethrowers spray out to both sides of you. That is going to be 15 points of fire damage. Halved would be 7.
Dion uses a reaction
Okay.
and he's unscathed.
Oh.
I'm also
Nice.
updating my health so the audience can see.
Ooh.
That's so true.
So Dion gets like a hair dryer blown in his face, basically, but he's completely unscathed from that fire.
He's got a
Okay.
nice. He's got a nice tan.
All right. That's the only time I can do that.
Do you want to swap out? Are you all right?
I mean,
Are you on our side?
no, he's not on
I'm
your
on-
side.
I'm on Zulkifli and Kaidro. I'm asking them.
I'm
Okay.
fine. Fine.
I'll live. And then Kydro's gonna do a little motion with his hands that look like flowing water. And then his key is just gonna rapidly regenerate his like acid burnt skin. As he uses quickened healing.
We can do that, can't we?
D6
I get
plus-
second wind,
That would be useful.
which I will. Ooh, yeah.
6. I almost
Casimir
completely
focuses quickly and
healed
heals.
off that fire.
Okay, so one more.
All right,
Rolling.
step forward.
2 more.
D6. Okay, 2 more. So I roll a 1.
I already rolled a 1 for this round.
Oh shit! Did
Ah.
you? Damn it. Okay,
Alright.
that's it, guys. Let's go.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I didn't like that sound.
Sounds bad.
Yeah.
Gotta keep our healers in back, guys.
19 points of poison damage.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see something. Can I?
Only got one more.
Can you
Down to-
absorb poison damage? No, you can't. How much? 19?
Yeah, 19.
19.
What was
Yeah.
that?
And how many do we have left?
Zul,
1 more.
I'm at
Okay.
1 point.
I can
Alright.
swap you out. I'm feeling
Ah,
pretty good, and I can heal myself.
okay. I'll come back.
Do you want me to heal you now, or should we wait to see what
Ah.
happens?
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Okay. Please, cure wounds. Is it good? There we go. Oh, 5.
Ooh.
Who
Okay,
decided?
I'm ready. Ready for healing. Come.
Who decided to
Um,
like this?
I did it already. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not Astra. Okay.
Last one, guys.
All right. Let's take our step, guys.
I need a D6 from Nazmir and says O'Gifley this time.
I got a 5.
Okay. What'd you get?
Fuck. That's what I got.
A 5?
Yeah, I got a fucking 5. That's what I got.
Oh no. So we're getting hit again.
Yeah. Oh,
Did Nazmir?
no, he didn't.
I got a 5.
5.
Oh,
I rolled. It was a GM roll. I guess I had that selected.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay.
we getting sprayed again.
It doesn't count. Roll again.
At this point, it is going
The
to
people
be.
can't see it.
It's going to be spears that come down.
Oh God!
Could I?
Oh wow.
Never mind.
Too late to rage.
Yeah, I'd be too late.
Spears.
That will be 24 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
And I
alright.
need a con
Going
save
down.
from everybody.
We need a what?
Con save.
Oh shit! I'm going down, which is really not good, guys.
You're a barbarian. How are you
19.
going down? 19. Okay.
If you still want the con save, I got a 14.
Okay.
Oh, the con save as well.
24.
And this is save against poison, Nazir, so you get advantage as a dwarf.
Right.
You
17.
all succeed the con save. Woo! Okay, but the last.
I could fall to 1 hit point instead. I'm a barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll have to use my last spell slot to bring Kydra back.
Does it take you 6 seconds to do that?
Yeah. Or no, it's well. I
He
mean,
just
it's an
popped up
action.
on his own.
I believe I get that. Yeah, I don't know if I have that yet, actually.
Okay,
Hold on, let
so
me
while
check.
you look at your character sheet, upon the final row of trap pressure plates being triggered, the doors once again behind you open up once more. There are still the 2 levers on both sides.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. So Kydra, do you have something that you came up on your own, or?
He does stabilize on his own after 6 seconds, technically. Yeah.
Oh.
But you don't.
He doesn't.
You don't.
I don't think he gets
become-
back up full.
No, you don't get any hit points back. Unless you do you have the what do you have?
It is the. Let me make sure I don't butcher this.
Periactive wound
Periactive wound closure. Yes.
So you don't you come back with 1 hit point with that? Or am I crazy? You come back with 1 hit point. It, like,
Yeah.
1 hit point thing is
Stabilize.
for level 11, so I can't do that.
Yeah. And
Alright.
and all hit dice you rolled are doubled.
so
I haven't been using that. Oh my god. I would have had more health starting off if I would have used that.
real quick, so only one person is down, and that is Dion. So Casimir and Astra, is there anything that you guys have to fix that?
Oh, Astra, definitely, right? I mentioned.
I mean, she has healing, but
He's dying.
We need you back.
This is your
Die,
second
probably.
character's first session, so like,
hey,
Casper can only stab someone to life.
hold on, let me see. You have spare the dying?
Ship healing word. Oh,
She does have healing word, but that's the issue. He can't heal.
Oh wait,
what?
because of you're cursed.
'Cause he got the curse in the stomach.
Oh.
Oh, is it no healing or is it hit point maximum has been reduced?
Pretty sure Michael said no healing.
Oh, I thought it was just
You-
a wound.
your
No
second
healing.
character
Are you dying?
is like dead immediately.
Did you kill him?
You
Hold
can
on.
stabilize.
hold on.
You
Let
have
me
to- you
read
have to
something.
roll.
Yeah,
Shut up!
please-
Shut up! Shut up!
Please confirm,
Shut up.
We need some Deus Ex
We're going on an
Machina.
unexpected second break.
Oh,
We could just end here and leave us on a cliffhanger.
I mean, yeah.
how the turntables have.
Oh, how the turntables.
Hold on. This is not in the
Oh
book.
my God.
Yeah.
We're going off script.
Have regrets.
We are going off script.
So we put the two cursed people in the same room.
True.
We did.
It's like,
Meanwhile,
sorry,
the other
Chloe,
three
Astra's
people-
dead.
What's going on over there? What do you think they're dealing with right now?
Well, we should go check on them at the very least. It's
Well, if our door's shut, I'm pretty sure theirs did too. So,
well, it opened. It opened
Oh.
when we.
All right,
Goodbye.
Dungeon Master,
what is it?
you have the power.
You
What
have to
did you
roll your
do?
death saves fully.
After all my death saves fully?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright, should I just go ahead and do that because I can't be brought up?
It's up to fate.
Let's
Yeah.
find out. As Astra tries to do spare the dying, I'm assuming, because it's a
Seriously?
cantrip.
Okay.
If
I don't
Astra
think she
can do,
does have spared dying. No.
if Astra has spare the dying, she can use spare the dying.
Nope.
I need a GM
does
roll
not.
for those, please.
Oh boy.
Can I do a medicine check?
You have a heal- she has a healer's kit.
She has a healer's kit, yeah.
Yeah.
She can stabilize somebody.
Seamless. She's an MVP today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she does have a healer's kit.
Here.
Chloe,
Um,
here.
And that stabilizes people, right?
Yeah.
Imagine
As an
having
action.
your
No
character.
checks.
the first
Expect an
session they
action,
come
cool.
around.
So
She just
Astra
does it.
runs forward and takes out one of her 6 healer's kits that she bought, or 10, however many she bought, and
She bought a lot.
she'll use one to stabilize Dion.
Oh,
However, that leaves the question. Oh my god.
Okay. Hey,
we just saved so much money.
we have the new guy's dead. So can
There's still the
somebody
2
take his
levers.
place?
Shallow breathing.
I can't pull both levers.
Astra
I'm
can't
not
pull
gonna-
one.
Okay, I will go. And I'll go up. I'll go up along the hallway. I'm staggering along. I've got 6 hit points.
We have to protect
Okay,
Astra. All right.
I will protect. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna have to use my second wind in preparation for whatever this
We
might
should-
be.
We should do this all at once.
He's healing or what? Can we heal him or not?
Magic doesn't heal him. Remember, he's got that weird. I mean, I told you we should have just cut the flesh out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Maybe. Okay. So
Okay.
the door also is closed here.
Are you guys
question
pulling
it.
the levers? I need to know.
Okay. Let's pull the levers.
All right. Let's
Both?
somebody call them out. Can you guys hear us over here?
Okay. When I say, Tariq, you say you pull. Okay, you Tariq.
Which
So,
one?
3, 2, 1. Tariq.
I'm going
Yeah,
left.
slowly.
Every This is up and down. There's no left.
No, you said there's two levers.
I heard you go side to side. Go, that's all right. Who said Jesus? So, as you all grab your respective levers and you pull them down, there is a sound of gears and stone. And what happens next is a story for another time.
I have one final question. Was there, by the way, any little receptacle for like a golden scarab or anything in this room?
You failed that check, man.
As it turns out, yeah.
Oh my god, thank you so much everyone for tuning into tonight's session 35 of Prestige Encounters. I almost killed a character on their very first session from their first step. Oops. But hey, that's the open light dice for you, all right? So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to join our Discord if you have not already. We'll be joining our Voice Lobby 1 for some after session discussion. Some of us will be, so thank you so much.
Feel free to come join. Everyone's invited. Party in Voice 1.
Oh, okay. And just a reminder to our players to make sure your health is updated for your current HP as well for our viewers to see at all given points of time. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Dion, who is our Zealot Barbarian, played by Jeremiah.
So, I'm not worried personally. It was a great first session as Dion, very intense, and I mean, besides what just happened, his introduction in that first battle that we had was very cinematic. I really enjoyed it. Very unorthodox opening for him, but ultimately, I'm excited to see where this goes, and everything will be fine, guys. Don't worry. And with that, I'll pass it over to our human blood hunter, Noah, aka Zulkifli.
Mostly human. Can I just say, I think it's a great sign that our sorcerer has the most hit points right now. We are off to a great start. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Look at our barbarian. He's fucked. We're off.
How are you?
Yep. I'll be fine. I've got 6 hit points. I turn into a were-tiger. Maybe I kill myself. We'll see.
In game.
Yep. This is as ever a fun, chaotic mess, and this is what we look for in D&D. Thank you so much for joining, chatters. Loved seeing you here today. And I hope one of you gets a dice. Or like I said, a dice. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Quinton here, our Irish rover.
Ha! Thank you so much. Yeah. Great session. As always, thank you, of course, to our wonderful players. Everyone who was chatting it up in chat today, also thank you for the new follow that we got. I just saw that a couple minutes ago. And of course, as always, thank you to our wonderful DM, Salkos, for writing this story and bringing us together every week. And with that, I'll pass it over to Nazmir. Nazmir, fuck. Words are hard. I'm very tired.
Same name.
We're still alive, guys, but we might have to leave. We might have to leave now and go back home and try again another day.
Oh,
Who knows?
it's the tower all over again.
Oh, I am very excited to see what happens next time. And I am glad that all of you could join us. Thanks for being here. Thanks, DM, for continuing to keep us on the edge of our seats. And yeah. What do you have to say, Kydro?
I'll tell you what I gotta say. Hydro loves dungeon delving because he gets to steal things and no one gives him shit about it because it doesn't belong to anybody in particular. It's a dungeon. Free torches, free tile. That's gonna come in handy later. It almost did, but I had the scarab trick. So it was either that or Hydro was gonna start cramming tiles.
Also, you're doing the summary next week. Woo!
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a very detailed explanation on how I took that stone tile right out the floor and I scraped it gingerly.
5-minute description.
Very nice. And personally, I really liked that sequence we had with the tile game, with the triggering traps. That was fun. Kytra did go down, but it was so fun. And Jeremiah's character almost got immediately just spawn killed right off the bat. That would have been so silly. awful combination of high trap damage and a curse. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see what happens next time. I can't wait to see what's at the end of this dungeon. Maybe some cool magic items or a big scary monster. Who knows? But I'll be there to see what happens. That being said, though, I'm gonna pass it over to Guy. He knows.
That's right. And it's a really great session again. I think Jeremiah might have the most epic, leading to most comical character introduction that I've seen in a while. Accidental superhero slam. Really fun having a temple with a creature we're supposed to be looking for being turned into some evil dungeon with 2 different puzzle mechanics in a row, which is fun. Reminder, there is always time for jokes, even if you're on a timer. But yeah, great session. I certainly hope that we find our way out of this quickly, because I think everyone might be spent. No magic, no health. Let's fight this boss. But yeah, I'm gonna say, pass it on to our dungeon master who came up with that really interesting mechanic that we overthought.
Thank you so much, Casimir, and thank you to all of our cast members for being in this session today. Appreciate you, love having you here every single week. And everybody, don't forget to tune in next week at twitch.tv/PrestigeUC at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for session 36 of Prestige Encounters and our other streams that we do throughout the week. Tomorrow we have the horror stream that anybody can join in on for Dead by Daylight or Phasmophobia. So make sure you join our Discord to see the announcements for that. If you have not already, come support our stream with Mech Arena, and don't forget that we are doing a charity for the Trevor Project from now until the end of June. Without further ado, I will say that Smart and Games already won 1 set of dice tonight. However, we're going to be giving away a 2nd set of dice here in our chat. So everybody, here we go.
Who gets their just dessert? Desert.
Congratulations, Enrickman, Enrick the Man.
Nice.
Go ahead and join our Discord and DM me your mailing address, and we'll get those dice sent out to you. Thank you so much. It's fantastic having you here in the chat. Congratulations on your set of dice. Well, everybody, it has been quite the night, and I have not much else to say other than bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye bye.